What's going on, everybody? Happy Sunday. I apologize for the 3 minute tardiness as myself and Cliff were catching up backstage. Because, yes, tonight is the first time we're hanging out since Terrificon. And let me tell you, Terrificon was, well, Terrificon. I'll leave it at that. But, guys, another thing we were talking about backstage, StreamYard. StreamYard is hitting us all in the wallet. I don't know if you guys heard the news. I stream from StreamYard and majority of us content creators do. They're raising the monthly fee to have this platform StreamYard to 45 US dollars per month, which is crazy, absolutely crazy. um Looking at alternatives, might stay, we shall see. Who knows, but it did give me the idea. If I do switch platform, if I do stop using StreamYard, or even if I don't, my increase comes October 19. I don't know if that's for everybody, but I think around that time I might revamp the design, revamp the structure will stay the same, but there might be a revamp. So keep an eye out. All right, let's get into the show because, like I said, I haven't had the opportunity to kick it with this man since Terrificon. Of course, we talk in DMs very often, but he is the ever so energetic Cliff. What's up?
Hello, good evening.
How you doing, sir?
I don't know how I'm doing. This has been this whole week. I've been tired. This whole weekend, I don't know what I'm doing. And in the meantime, it's just like, all right, go over to the computer and go regain your life.
Yeah.
And as soon as I'm done with any of you, right? Like I'm chatting, and I'm like, yay! As soon as like, all right, good night. I'm like,
yep, dude. I had a wedding last night. Got home relatively late. I'm exhausted, so if you hear my voice sounding a little rough tonight, I apologize, guys. It was a good time.
I'll let you know if that Canadian accent ever slips up and comes out.
Yeah, you let me know, please do. But yes, I see Derek's comments, by the way. Get him hooked and jack the price. A tale as old as time. StreamYard. Goddamn. But
that's the whole comic book industry. We're gonna get mad at StreamYard for what Marvel and DC do to us every week.
Exactly, but I will put it out there. 10 US dollars is what I'm at, and now it's going to 45. That is insane, absolutely insane. I don't know how they think they could do such a thing. And the new features suck so far. They're pretty terrible. I'm going to show you guys. Check this out, okay, Cliff? You see us, guys. You see us with the rounded corners. Oh, look at that. Oh, we're in a little circle now. That's there's not much, guys. You're not making it worth it.
No, but remember the 4K is now regular. The 1080p is now regular. I'm not entirely trying to justify it. I am saying at least they did make some upgrade and change while trying to jam it in.
Yeah.
But with that said, because I don't really care for it, I mean, I enjoy permission and consent. Thanks, StreamYard. They did have that, they did get bought out. They did try to buy themselves back. The other company was like, not happening.
Yeah.
And now they're implementing a price hike.
Is what it is. But I've heard of
it is, unfortunately, it's business. But the thing is, we continue to subscribe to a completely capitalist society, and we will continue to bend over for that as long as we continue to back our butts up for it while we complain. Oh no, I hate it. I mean, I know bottoms who are less fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, well, I will say, I have looked at alternatives, and there's some good ones out there. But enough about StreamYard. We have, I know one. It's really one good one though. But I do want to just give everybody a heads up. We have a big show tonight. Of course, we're gonna go through the FOC stuff. A very good market report, one that actually blew me away. And I, unfortunately, am going to talk a little bit about what's happened within the community, Sticky Goose, and all that stuff. I steer clear of drama. But I think there's some good points that can be had, some good discussion. I can't wait to see what the chat's got to say, and those of you catching the replay as well. So, Cliff, let's say hi to the chat because Derek was here. Yes, the Cow, Goose, DC Absolute, the Baker Shakers, Hughes. We got it all tonight, and that's exactly it, baby. We have so much awesome stuff. If you like Hughes, market reports, pretty impressive. But yeah, stick around. Chia Pet's in the house. I appreciate him being here. Guy's on a tyrant. He's killing it over in the fantasy football league that we're in. I think he's gonna hold that first place. So
Oh my God.
shout out to him. Michael Baker's in the house, and of course,
Thank you,
Michael
Michael
Baker
Baker.
hitting some Baker shakers. So brace
Thank
yourself
you.
for
Thank
some
you.
awesome ones. Yes.
And you know what? And thank you, Michael, for making sure I'm not forgotten in all the excitement of all the other things
Yeah.
that we're talking about tonight.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Cliff's here too. But yes, thank you, Cliff. I can't stress it enough. I always enjoy
I'm
hanging out.
like, first of all, I was like, there's very few people you want if we're gonna talk some trash.
There you go.
And if we're gonna discuss Adam Hughes, you absolutely want me here.
There
So
you go. So perfect guest. It's funny because when I hit you up, I'm like, dude, I know you're a busy guy now, right? Like you're busy on Sundays, especially. And I asked if you're willing, and you're like, oh hell yeah. And he gave me shit backstage, guys. He gave me shit for saying that he's a busy man because he's not. And
But I
appreciate
am,
it.
but like not like
But he's
that,
not.
not for you. You
There
know,
you go.
we're not there. The day that I can't come running for you is the day that I hope I'm at Stephen Colbert levels.
Oh
You know?
yeah, okay, there you go.
Where
That's
like
fair.
I gotta go. Oh my God, a personal friend was insulted because of my lack of availability. Get Karen in here and tell her to hire her own replacement. You know, I live for that day.
I love it. And speaking Cliff, well, he's here in the chat as well. So I appreciate you for being there. There you go. All over the place. Multiverse stuff. But Love for Comics is in the house. What's going on, Love? Dude, I just saw your post literally as we were going live, man. Your truck broke down. I hope everything's okay. He was going to pick up a collection. So
Oh damn.
yeah, I hope all is well. Is BC distracted by the Buffalo Bills? Absolutely not. Okay, a little bit. I was checking the score prior to coming on. My beautiful wife, who looked absolutely smoking last night. Yes, she did. Shout out to the wife. We went to the wedding with both our kids, and she held the fort, man. It's like,
Wow, with the kids, that is icon, that is legend.
yeah,
That is all the things.
she did it, and she held the fort. She really did, man. She kept control of all of that.
You know what that means? Next mommy daddy date night, you hold the purse.
Oh yes. When do we not? When do we not? But Constantino's in the house. Appreciate you, Constantino, out west in Canada, doing his thing. And nice to see you here in the chat. We got my brother Stefano in the house. I actually met up with him today. He handed me a slab I just purchased. So yeah, I'm excited about that. Do you have any idea? What would you guess it is? What would you guess it is?
A slab?
Yeah, I just picked up a slab. What do you think it is?
Is it? Damn, I'm struggling here.
Yeah, well, it's basically this, but in a CGC 96. So appreciate you.
Okay, I was not. The only thing I would have gotten right is a black outfit. That's it. That's as far as I was going.
Yeah,
That's
well,
dope.
Iron Man 282. So I thank you, Stefano. Appreciate it. One of the best to deal with when it comes to buying comics. Lindman's in the house. Lindman, appreciate you being here. Of course, we've got AOA in the house, another brother, big supporter of everybody who is doing stuff over on social media, always dropping some of their tags. So definitely check out the links that AOA is dropping. Subscribe, follow all these wonderful people. Ozzy, what are you doing, bro? I brought it up. I didn't ask for a hand me out. I brought it up because it's crazy. StreamYard's crazy, but for the espresso tomorrow, bro, I'm gonna make it a strong one. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. You didn't have to do that, brother.
He's a lovely person, and let him buy you espresso.
Yes.
Just let people do nice things for you. It's okay. It's okay. Just because your interior mind tells you you're a scumbag, you're only half as much of a scumbag in real life as you think you are.
I appreciate that.
And I love you.
I appreciate that. But Ozzy, you're a gem. Thank you so much, bro. You seriously didn't have to do that. Guys, go check out Ozzy over on Whatnot. Every Tuesday night, dropping absolute heaters, complete bangers, insane books, massive keys. And I'm not talking like small books, like modern books. Nah, the guy is doing all serious grails. So go check him out. We got Hyper Combo Comics in the chat. Guest last week. And thank God it was just last week. And we're going to take a break from Hyper Combo Comics. But the Hyper...
was it just too much energy? Was it just too much? Just you were just feeling too much of the Hyper?
No.
And the combo?
Multiple reasons. No, I love Hyper. I appreciate Hyper being here in the chat.
I love Hyper too, especially when we get a good flex in.
There you go. Yeah, he's working those pipes. He's working those pipes.
Of course, he hid from me the whole freaking Terrificon.
He hid from everybody. He fell asleep by himself in a chair at 3 a.m. outside. Did you
Right,
forget
and like
that?
a good friend, you took a fucking picture. Like,
Yes,
come on,
absolutely,
come on,
absolutely.
come on. I love you, Hyper. Come get me.
There
I
you
mean,
go.
let's meet. I mean, like at a
Yeah.
convention.
You got Pacino in the house. Pacino, man, what's going on? He's been wishing me nothing but horrible things in the fantasy pool. So don't show any love to Pacino tonight, guys. Please, I ask you very kindly. Guy Forge in the house. Guy killing it. Yo, he hit me up early with his supper for tonight, so I appreciate that. He's always got me salivating, man. What's he saying here? I think I saw Cliff on comics in 3 different outfits today. Not gonna lie, looking fresh, my man. There you go. He's
Like, thank
busy.
you, thank you.
He's a busy guy.
I gotta look good for the audience, you know. I
Yeah.
do, and then of course, shit happens when you leave the room, and you're like, well, now I gotta change my fucking shirt, so that's happening. And then, when I ended with the council after 6 o'clock, I was like, well, let me just take some time, make some dinner, freshen up, look good for my Canadian men because I love y'all.
There you go. There you
Especially
go. But
the Italian Canadians because they bring the sausage.
there you go. That's how we do it. But Lefteros is in the house. I was talking busy guys. One of the busiest in the game. Always dropping some crazy information. Amazing over on Instagram and on Covrprice. So definitely go follow Lefteros. So you're going to be missing out, guys. Can't stress it enough.
I've never seen Lefteros. Is he in anybody's video?
No, he has never been in anyone's video, but I know just what a stud he is. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'll leave it at that.
Well, what kind of stud? Because we got skinny studly you, who really knows how to bring the sweatpants action, right? But then we got like beefy studly, like our Uruguayan friend, okay, like Nuki, Then we got like ripped studly, like paperweights, and then we got like classic aerodynamic, blow my back out like Matt Forge. So like, where on the scale? Where on the scale are we?
Let's just say Lefteros can make Ryan Reynolds look like a rookie, right? That's what I'm saying.
Okay, good. So he's somewhere in the paperweight Matt Forge arena. Okay, look, I need to know. I need to know what I'm in for.
Henry Cavill doesn't hold a candle next to Lefteros, guys. Is what I'm
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
Henry Cavill smells like sex and money. I was 15 feet away from him, and I am taller than him. That was disappointing.
Thank God.
Fucker. Woo!
Okay, Cliff. Tone it down. I love it. Guys, we're losing control already. We didn't even start. But yes, Love for Comics saying he's mentally exhausted. Got the collection, though. So that's huge. Good news. Congratulations on the collection pickup, man. That's massive. Who else we got here? We got Amadi in the house. Amadi, what's going on? Mehdi, another phenomenal presser cleaner. If you guys are not familiar, get familiar. Dude, guy puts out some
sorry, is this icon of him flexing?
I honestly can't tell. I don't think so. It's not a flex. It's not a flex. Easy. Easy.
Oh well.
Easy.
I said sex and money. Bears, twinks, we got it is true. It is true. Although all of y'all, you're so straight that you mix it up too much. You got furry twinks, which is like not a regular occurring thing, You got guys, you got otters who aren't quite otters, but like they're not quite twinks. Yeah, y'all got it all mixed up, but it's fun. It gives me variety.
Yeah. I never foresee Newbie ever being called beefy. Definitely not on the bingo card. Yes, if there was a bingo card, that's definitely
it's not like
that.
Beefy like this, It's not like beefy like this, but just what I'm talking about,
I'm gonna cry tonight because of all this stuff. But anyways, we have a lot tonight. We do have it all, and especially on FOC. So Cliff, I'm gonna ask, are you ready, sir?
Listen. More than one Puerto Rican is gonna own this shit this weekend. I'm ready.
Let's go. We are giving them a glimpse of some of the conversations that did take place at Terrificon. But guys, for the FOC selections this week for September 30th, we are going to run through it right now. These are the picks selected by Lefteros. Now, if you're not already, like I said, go follow Lefteros over on Instagram, always dropping some incredible information, whether it's New Comic Book Day, FOC, and you never know, you might find something else, man. Lefteros with the dude. I don't know if you saw some of his other posts.
He knows his stuff. I disagree heavily, but it's usually my personal taste.
You get into it. You get into it. But there was the Ghost Machine one, which I actually really enjoyed. But anyways,
you know
enough.
what? I'm not gonna argue on Ghost Machine because Ghost Machine is one of the best fucking things on the market. But yeah, everyone is so digmatized by their other shit that they just don't know what to do.
Yep, there you go. There you go. But anyways, FOC selections of the week of September 30th. Like I said, Brother Lefteros, definitely go show some love. Now, before we get into them, guys, I just want to put out a disclaimer. Nobody's telling you to buy these books. We're just dropping the information supplied to us by Lefteros. And of course, you're just going to hear our opinions on these things. Now, before we get into that, don't forget, if you do want to pick up any of these books, if you're in the United States of America, like my brother Cliff right here, well, go visit Comic Nation, where you have 15% off of the cover price. You can get yourself an additional 5 tonight by using discount code Black Crown, making it 20% off. So comicnation.us. And for us Canadians up here, where some of us are beefy apparently, Comic Legion, guys, Comic Legion, 20% off already on the cover price of FOC, and you can get yourself an additional 5% off of your first order by using discount code enlist. So that's comiclegion.ca. Now, Cliff, I want to talk the first book because we have Phases of the Moon Knight #3. This is the Kaku variant. Now, what I think is pretty neat about this manga stuff is making its way again. You know, manga art. I think people really enjoy that manga style. First appearance of a manga version of Moon Knight created by Yuji Kaku. So this is neat. I like this cover, but I think the winner for me, dude, the incentive. Phases of the Moon Knight #3, the one at 50 by Ivan Tao. Holy crap. This is available in a trade as well. You can get it at regular cover price if you don't want to, you know, go too deep into your pocket and pick up one of these. But I think, dude, even in a trade, I'm picking this one up.
This is bullshit.
Stop.
So let me tell you something about manga. Manga hasn't changed. All right. You get a heavy duty. I don't have one handy. Fuck me. But you get a heavy duty book for $9.99. Right? Right? Am I wrong?
Yep.
Right?
See Lefteros.
Yep. I corrected. If you go to my comment, I corrected. I made sure that I emphasized. I said what I said because I fully respect all the hard work he does, and I know it's not about taste. I know it's about research.
That's right.
I know it. So I'm not taking that away from you. I disagree based on my taste and my observations. You know. Thank you, Michael Lamel. Thank you, baby. All right. So why this is shit, right? Because they're trying to capitalize on something because they simply think they can capitalize on a look or a vibe. But these dumb fucks need to capitalize on the actual product. Give people a Moon Knight manga in a manga format at $9.99, and you might actually see it go somewhere. But instead, you're just fucking playing dick games and art games with everybody and with covers. Love Island to Ivan Tao. It's a gorgeous cover. The idea is fun. You still charge me too much fucking money, you fucking monsters. And I take it in the end almost every week. And that's it. Do I think it's cool? Of course. Am I going to go for it? Fuck no. All right? You want to learn a lesson? Do it the right way. Put it on $9.99 book. I'm sorry. I'm being very conservative tonight. I apologize.
Cliff is on fire tonight. But anyways, the cover itself, I disagree with Cliff. And that's fine because my personal...
the cover's dope. The cover's dope.
It is.
Right. But like, I'm just saying, I know what they're doing. And
no, for sure, dude.
Yeah.
Look, Marvel does way more weird things. In fact, I think the second printing incentives of a cover that was available on first print, I always say that it's redundant at this point, but it's one of the one practices Marvel does that I really do not enjoy. But anyways, besides the point, this, for me, is a beautiful cover. I like the idea. I'm picking it up. But if I have to give you guys some awesome news, Detective Comics issue 1090. This is the cover A. Possible intro of a new villain named Azema. Now, I don't know if you see this here, but it says story by Tom Taylor. This alone.
Yeah, this is where he joins the book, I believe, right?
Yes, exactly. And one thing I want to put out, like, dude, I don't have it open right now. I kind of just lost it, but so many big artists, writers themselves are coming out saying, you know, they had the opportunity to read it. Like here, I finally found one. Dan Mora saying, what an awesome and beautiful first issue I just read, Detective Comics 1090 by Tom Taylor. You won't want to miss it. FOC is Monday, October 30th. A lot of people backing this, man, like creators themselves. And I'm not going to lie, I'm pretty excited about this.
You know, It's Batman, so that's it. You know, once upon a time, I thought it was so nasty of oh my god, what is his name? Deadpool creator. Um,
Rob Liefeld.
Thank you, Rob Liefeld. I'm trying to get him out of my. I'm trying to watch his name out of my mouth. Um, so Rob Liefeld, like I thought it was so nasty of him several years ago when he was all up in what is it, Scott Snyder's DMs, being like, oh, you know, you're only achieving success because it's Batman, because it's Batman, because it's Batman, and it just became a whole big mess. And if you can't remember this, just Google it, because you could still find images of it, you know, on all the good comic book gossip websites. So I was like, you know, that's just such a tasteless move, you know, on oh my God, what Rob Liefeld. That was such a tasteless move by Rob Liefeld. But at the exact same time, years have passed. My feelings on the matter may be a little bit more aligned with Rob these days, where it's like, well, I think shit just sells because you just slap Batman on the cover. So you know, that's a little harsh of me. But we got Tom Taylor, and you know, Tom Taylor's Nightwing run solid. His other runs, his limited series. Beautiful, like a fine Brajol with a beautiful white wine. That motherfucker. So you know,
I love how you had to bring in the Brajol for this discussion over here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, you just thought to touch on Tom Taylor's writing and stuff like that. One series I really enjoyed was Seven Secrets. I think that one actually really made me a fan of his.
Oh yeah, and like I said again, you know, banger book, limited series. You know, he did all right with John Kent. Thank you, God.
Yeah.
You know, give him Titans. Wow, what a fucking Titanic that is. The iceberg started coming in issue 1.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But North 49's in the house, so shout out to North 49. Appreciate you coming to hang out tonight. But for myself, the fact that Tom Taylor is going to be behind this now, I'm definitely intrigued. I will pick it up for the read. And if the read it doesn't hit like we want it to, well, we have Detective Comics 1090 with a banger cover by Janet.
That's right.
So you
and you know what? Just like with all these fuckers in Amazing Spider-Man, y'all are going to buy it anyway.
Yeah, exactly. But anyways, let's keep it rolling. Look at this. Ultimate X-Men number 8. This is the Casanovas variant. First cover
you know
here.
This is like subtly not subtle, right?
Yes. Now, first cover appearance of who is likely the Earth 6160 Wolverine. Now you said
he's crucified.
Yes, you literally just said subtly not subtle. Now, if you guys are looking at the screen, you can see in the background some Silvestri homaging going on over here. Yeah, it looks like we're getting him tied to the cross or the X. I guess we'll label it. But yeah, pretty interesting. I've not again. I don't know what it is about Ultimate X-Men that is just not jiving with me, and I it's not even the art, you know. It's not even the.
People say the most outrageous shit. I read one dude in the comments be like, if Peach could just add a male character. I'm like, damn, why are we suffering like this? I was like, what is happening? I was like, Exterminators was a fabulous series, and there was no male leads. You know. I'm like, it's not that. I think it's cute, and it's just so different. It's so different. I think it's really hard, which is funny because I praise this because I think it's good difference. And as we get into All In later, I will go and start ripping things to shreds for different. And so, you know, I want to acknowledge my hypocrisy on the board right now. So for Cliff's hypocrisy on your bingo card, give yourself a check. Thank you.
There you go. But yeah, man. So I'm gonna read it. I'll pick it up to see if we do in fact get Wolverine in the Ultimate X-Men run at the moment. But yeah, man, I guess a cool little nod here on the cover. So that's pretty neat. Now we spoke about it. There we go, man. You like the whole Ghost Machine stuff. And here we have Rook Exodus number 6, cover A. This is actually going to be the end of the first arc of Rook Exodus. So that's pretty interesting right there. You're loving this, right?
Oh, yeah. I think it's great. I feel this is like peak fucking sci-fi. I don't know where everyone else is at, you know? I'm like, they went to a world. They were promised all sorts of better shit on said world. Shit wasn't working out, and people just started getting the fuck out of there as fast as possible. Some of them die trying. Love it.
Oh, so there you go. Leftero's dropping some info here live in the chat saying that the book also features a first appearance that he can confirm. So that's pretty cool. Did they finally stop extra prints of number one?
Who's number one? What Void Rivals is going into 12th printing on number one. You know, Ultimate Spider-Man has like what 5, 6 printings of number one. I'm like, there's printings all fucking day. They're printing money. They're printing money.
I'll take the later prints. One thing that myself and Lefteros have discussed very often is when those later prints, people start to get fatigued. Those are the ones to buy. When you see people saying, "Fuck this, I'm not buying it," buy it, because that means
because you know that I mean, if part of this hobby for you is gambling, sure, but at the same time, like there's a reason that you experience fatigue.
Yep. For sure, 100%. But anyways, no later prints. This is the first print right here, the end of an arc, and a confirmation from Lefteros that this is going to have a first appearance. Rook Exodus number 6. Now, Lefteros saying Ghost Machine has made it clear they want to keep the books on the shelves for new readers, which is very awesome. So.
Absolutely. Don't blame them. And I love that they try to spice it up a little bit. And I love that you get a full book for $3.99. It's almost mind-blowing.
Yep, 100%, man. And yeah, Lefteros, same with Energon Universe.
Okay, Energon or Lefteros, all right? It's 11 or 12 fucking printings. I was like, let's get real about it, all right?
No, that's Void Rivals. Void Rivals. But Energon Universe in general has tons of printings, whether it be Transformers.
They do. Yeah. I think every freaking character from the entire G.I. Joe Transformer universe has a headshot cover out there at this point. Nearly everybody.
Yeah. But anyways.
Not my precious dude with the parrot. They haven't done him yet. I'm waiting for that.
But moving on, we have Something is Killing the Children, issue 0. And now this is going to be a prequel story to...
They have to, because almost all the children are dead. So you got to do a prequel from back when more kids were alive.
Fair, I guess. But I mean, it's interesting because, like, obviously it's a title that everybody fell in love with. Of myself during the pandemic, of course, coming across Something is Killing the Children, highly liked it. Now we hear so many talks about it being optioned. We saw Tinian post about the script. We're all waiting, but a prequel to the story that we've come to love. For myself, I am definitely intrigued. No comment. He's done.
No, I was actually going to write something back, but I'll just say, I am coming at you from a place of being practical, okay? We can't all be balls to the walls collectors. We're most of us, like me, I'm a little bit of everything. If I really like a cover, I'm going to pick the fucking thing up.
Yes.
You know? Like I just will, but I want to collect what I love. And when I'm at the age now where if I'm just not enjoying the shit, all right, I'm just not spending my money on it. I'm just going to sit back. All right. Because guess what? We could play the investment games all day and all night. And obviously that's not for me.
Forget investments for a second. Right now, just the story. Something is Killing the Children.
Right. Something is Killing Children is not for me. But James Tinian is a fabulous writer. I love Wind. I read Wind left and fucking right.
Same.
I'm all about it. That story clearly is for me. I got a queer ass fucking lead in there and everything. It's everything I want.
Yeah.
My point, and I did have one, was the things that I am spewing is not just like some kind of I'm not just putting out rhetoric to be anti. I just want people to remember. And we always say no one's telling you have to buy this, right? It's just like, but like, why are you really doing it? Because like, as far as I'm concerned, like I really want to love everything I bring home. I want to be able to pick up those books and go, oh, I got plans for you. I like that feeling. Yeah. I got what's her name? All of the Nicola Scotts, right?
Yeah.
I just got none of those issues impressed me except for Wonder Woman, but I'm bringing home all the Nicola Scotts.
I'm with Lefteros on this one, saying you don't need to spend money on anything. Be happy that there are later printings for new readers who may want them and collectors who like them. Yeah. So I fall into both because oftentimes, I'm picking books up because I like them. I'm intrigued. I want to read them. But then moving on, there's titles where, they pop off and I missed the first print. So yeah, I'm going to collect the second print to give it a read. Although, yes, we live in a digital world where we could read it online technically for free.
Also, we live in a digital world where you can literally order whatever you missed in almost instantly.
Yeah,
You
I
know?
know, but sometimes those premiums kick in, man. And
Oh
I'll give
yeah,
you,
those premiums kicking. Go buy for fourth printing or 10th printing.
yeah,
That's another thing too. Just because something sells out continually at the distributor level doesn't mean that your LCS is sitting there just racking up the extras. You
yeah,
know, it's not quite how it's going, which leads to, hey, 10th and 11th printing might be a valuable score. You know, I don't even know what I'm trying to say here. We got me all so far, of course. What I'm really trying to say is, for those of you who are like me, where you're just the kind of collector where it's just a little bit of everything, all right? Just monitor your budget. Monitor what you're buying with your heart.
yeah.
Before you go home and go, why the fuck am I still reading Flash? What the fuck is wrong with Size
Cliff,
Spurrier?
Cliff. No, no, nobody's saying to buy all these books. You buy what you
I
like,
know no
right?
one is saying it. No one's saying it, but there's an unspoken pressure. You know what I mean?
Oh no, I get what you mean by
And
it.
I just want to reiterate. I want to reiterate that, like, we don't have to live in that fog together.
Yeah, no, for sure. But I think my
I'm gonna, I'm
my
gonna
fair warning at the beginning of this makes it very clear. We're here to just talk FOC and about books. So the rest of that stuff, you make of it what you will. No one's putting any pressure on anybody. Now, if I am going to put pressure, I will say for myself, this is cover of the week. I think this is absolutely insane. I think Panosian kills it. Captain America issue 14, Doctor Doom cover depiction by Panosian, and it is one of the best covers of all these Doom covers that have been coming out, which we've seen across multiple titles for the last couple of weeks. This one right here is the clear winner for me. I don't know how you feel.
It's a beautiful cover. You know, a broken, bloody Cap shield at the foot of Doom is very exciting and even a little bit titillating. So, but the story is still by J. Michael Straczynski, so take of it what you will.
Yeah. Dude,
It's a great cover.
the cover for me is fantastic. Michael Baker. The Cliff
Is
never
that
does too
Chris
many
Rudon?
shows. He's never
Is
done
it
too
Chris
many shows.
Rudon? Is
Yeah.
it?
Uh, sec. Yeah. Okay. Hold on. So here we go. Saying, and you shouldn't spend your money on that bullshit. Know what I'm saying, Cliff? Fuck him. Everybody should just stop spending money on comics for a month. They can suffer. $4 comics will be Dula Hollas. Yeah. Well,
Yeah, the thing is, it's true. You'll find them in $2 bins, or in Canada, the toonie bins.
the Toonie
And
Bin. Yeah. Yeah. Ollie's saying, "Mamma Mia, what a cover!" Couldn't agree more, man. I think this is
no,
one
it's
of
a
the.
fucking gorgeous cover. It really is.
Yeah, I just feel bad. Yeah, AOA. I know you're a huge Captain America fan. I don't know if it's looking good for Captain America on this issue, but yeah, man, it's a
It's a
beautiful.
Doom cover. It's a
Yeah,
Doom cover.
it's so good, so good. But cover selection for myself as well. Love this. Now, Nightwing 119. It just feels weird even reading this out loud. Now, Panosian again doing another
Yep.
fantastic cover here depicting Nightwing, but
Mhm.
no, we have a new writer. It's not Tom Taylor, guys. We
Yeah.
have Dan Waters. There you go.
All right, but you know, well, we'll see. Maybe we'll give it the first issue a shot.
Yeah.
You know,
I am. I'm gonna pick it up. I'm gonna give it a shot for sure. But
they put out like 6 different covers of this, and they're all gorgeous.
yeah, they are. But Panosian again, killing it. Back to back bangers on this list. I think for Nightwing, this one's
Now,
gorgeous.
now let's be clear. This is like a cute cover, but at the same time, all right, birds are filthy, disease-carrying creatures, and they're all over the dude you just knocked out. Do you really need to sit and play with them? Dick Grayson, millionaire, playboy, adopted child. Like, did you get properly fucking educated in private school or not, you dumb bitch? And so that's my only problem with the cover. Otherwise, it looks great.
Yeah. Sequential geek, man. It's funny you bring this up. We're actually going to talk about it later on the show. I guess comic packs that are coming out or whatnot. So
Motherfuckers, they just keep
yeah,
following.
don't get into it yet. I don't even want to know. I don't want people to know your tone. Let's get there. Let's get there. But I think we have an idea. But anyways, Cliff on commentary. Don't gas them up, bro. Power Fantasy number 3, cover B right here. Now, Cliff, Eliza Hellbound cover depiction by Paulina Ganuccio. I'm gonna put it like that, Ganuccio. But anyways, beautiful cover. These Power Fantasy covers have been great. The story's been good as well.
Yeah, Karen Gillan absolutely killing it.
Yeah, man. I think the cover pops, man. Like I don't know if it's the neon crosses or whatever it is, but just everything
No, it's
about it.
everything.
The color pick.
It's a beautifully executed cover. The color is great. The structure is great. The freaking checkerboard background, dope. I love it.
Yeah. Love it. So yeah, this is definitely a cover selection, but also for the read, man. So far, I'm really enjoying Power Fantasy, guys. Deadpool number 6. Now we're going to a second print. Of course, if you did miss out on the book, you have the opportunity. Second printing of the first full appearance of Earth 6160's Ellie Camacho as Deadpool. Dude, I like this direction. I'm okay with this. Having Ellie as Deadpool. I don't know how you feel about it.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, just a whatever.
Like, I mean, like, I don't know, like, I don't get how I'm supposed to care, but sure.
Yeah,
You
no,
know?
dude, look, I'm gonna give it a run. I'm definitely gonna check it out. I think it's fun. The thing is, with the first prints, there were many covers available that actually had her on the cover. So I think that this cover is neat. I really like it. I give it to them, but yeah, I technically don't need it. But I'm probably gonna pick it up. I'll grab a copy. I think it's cool. Now, another series I'm enjoying is Gromit's number 5 right here.
What a cover. My
Yeah,
goodness.
this is the 1 in 10. And dude, and then it looks like a young me by the pool. I would react the same way if I saw that. But you have this incentive variant cover by Brett Parson. The incentives have been doing pretty well, even on secondary market for some of these books. I like it. I'm enjoying it, man. This book really takes me back to, when I was a teenager. Yeah, well, I don't even want to say teenager. When I was like 12, 13 years old, dude, I thought I was a skater boy. That's what I really thought. Avril Lavigne had an impact on me.
Really. That, by the way, so my book that's taking me back that I'm enjoying is Toxic Summer by Derek Charm. That is my take back book. So for any of you out there watching, who may subscribe to a different vibe from your youth, I recommend this book. Let's see, issue 3 recently came out. That's a dope cover right there.
Let me see. Hold on. Pick it up. That's a nice cover.
Yeah, and if you don't know who Derek Charm is, Derek Charm created many of the character visuals. What do you call it when you do the character visuals for the cartoon show?
You're asking the wrong guy.
Anyhow, he did that for the Cape Crusaders. So, go support a brother.
Is that like concept art, I guess? I don't know.
Yeah, he did, right. He did the character art, the character concept art. Yes.
There you go. Storyboarding. There you go. Yeah. Guys, so chat. This is why I love having Cliff on. His honesty is highly appreciated. By no means, again, no one's pushing books. We're just giving you information. But myself,
I love Dan. Dan, I need to have you on Comics and Coffee.
Dan will do it. But yeah, man, Gromit's has been great. This 1 in 10 incentive is equally as great. Now, I'm so happy to see this Amazing Spider-Man issue 60. Lefteros has this up there as a cover selection. Now, Stephen Platt, dude, this is awesomeness right here. This is awesomeness. I really like this cover. I think it's neat. Very well representation of what it is like taking public transportation right now. Even Spider-Man on his cell phone. Goddamn. Millennials.
Says the guy in his 30s.
Yeah. Shut up.
I like this cover. It's still a Zeb Wells story. But Joe Kelly is also writing on it, I guess. And then, of course, Ed McGuinness on interiors, which is always a win for me.
Yes.
It's funny. I like everything on this cover except for Spider-Man. The angle is so weird. I can't appreciate how he looks.
Who?
Trev!
Trev's in the house. You talking about Spider-Man?
I'm talking about Spider-Man.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, man. I think Platt did a great job with this cover.
He did. I want to enjoy Spidey more, and he's actually the thing on the cover that I'm like the most meh about.
Yeah. Hyper saying Platt's still doing his thing.
Yo, Platt can really do the work, but he is slow as fuck.
Yeah. Derek
is dropping off eventually.
Thank God. And I can't wait.
You know what? You say that, but did you read that? Did you read the latest leak? How Peter cannot be with Mary Jane?
Well, I feel like we're just revisiting a well with that.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. It's a corporate mandate. Remember, almost every appearance I've had on this show, much less other places, I've told you that these fuckers have their hands tied for some mysterious reason. And I based this on my 2022 New York Comic Con conversation with Zeb Wells because he seems so freaking excited about the book. And yet the book has not gone in any of the directions that he shared with me when I spoke with him in New York Comic Con. So there is a reason that hands are tied on Amazing Spider-Man. And I can't figure it out, but it's got to be some weird petty bullshit with Sony. And I'm sticking with that belief. Sticking with it.
If Spidey can't be with her, Felicia can, because you also have the 1 in 100 incentive.
Felicia's there, titties out all the time.
Spidey creeping through the window. Adam Hughes crushing it on this cover. Also available in a trade, guys. So if you don't want to, like I said, dive deep into your pockets and spend some extra coin on this cover as a virgin, you can get it in a trade. I'm grabbing the trade. The book's already, I think, a $7.99 book.
Look at Spidey being a perv in the fucking window.
Yeah, I said that. He's creeping at the window.
You know?
And I don't blame the guy.
So funny? You know what's so funny? How like they're getting so fucking loose with these covers. Spidey's a perv at the window. Did you see the Archie one for Veronica where she's coming out of the pool and Archie's fucking tongue is hanging out of his mouth? I'm like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. But speaking of some big ass titties, there's a wonderful Spider-Man Black Cat porno out there starring Jordi El Nino Boya. So if anybody needs that little extra release, I highly recommend. That girl really gives Black Cat, the Black Cat the proper treatment.
But anyways, let's move on from this one. We have Void Rivals issue number 13. We spoke Energon Universe already, but this is the cover A, and it is the beginning of a new story arc featuring Pythona of Cobra Law. I think this is neat, nice cover, but look at this one. You have the 1 in 50 incentive, beautiful cover as well. This one done by Kendrick Lim. Both banger covers in my opinion. But
again, titties under moonlight. I mean, you can't go wrong.
How could you not? How could you not? But yes, Void Rivals 13. Again, as it's mentioned, it's the beginning of a new story arc. So yes, definitely good to pick this one up. Michael Baker saying this, the 1 in 50 of this is gorgeous. Yes, it is. There you go. As you can see.
And you know what's interesting? The 1 in 50s for Void Rivals seem to be more attainable.
Yeah.
They
are. They've been holding relatively well, even on the secondary market. But yeah, man, Void Rivals, can't stress it enough, guys. We're at issue 13 for a reason. Now, Cliff, get ready. Buckle up, boys. We're going to try to keep it short because we have a long show ahead of us. But Absolute Wonder Woman #1, cover A, new Wonder Woman series set in the Absolute Universe. I'm loving what I've seen. I'm loving what I'm hearing. I'm on board. I know you feel a certain way when it comes to the all-in stuff. For myself, it is a refreshing take on some of these characters. Absolute Wonder Woman #1 here. You have the cover C, and this one here is a foil done by Jim Lee. I think this one is absolutely stunning. Jim Lee doing Jim Lee things with this cover. But dude, Jeff DeCal absolutely killed it. Absolutely killed it. There's the 1 in 50 incentive, but I also believe that you can get this as a regular trade. So yes, a must pick up for myself when it comes to this one.
I mean, I'm going to give it a try. There's way too much emphasis on the sword that allegedly just chills in her little magical bag. I would just, if it wasn't just so fucking whatever this shit is, like I just can't just so edgy to be edgy. Why the fuck does Wonder Woman have to be raised in hell and she's a witch and what is all that? Historia is fucking edgy. The history of the Wonder Woman, the Amazons, the gods. That shit won fucking awards. That shit is amazing. I can't imagine that this is going to deliver on that caliber for me. It still just feels like to me a reach for, they did Ultimates and Ultimates is doing amazing over there. We got to do something. Yeah, absolute. I'm sorry. I wish I could feel it. The covers are beautiful. One of my friends, she was reaching out to me to make sure she got all the covers from my LCS, and I helped her out. And she goes, "Oh my God, I just saw your Instagram story. You're not down for any of this." And I was like, "Oh no, the fuck I'm not." But I'm not dumb. I ordered all the #1s.
Yeah. Yeah, Chiapette saying, because it's a new history and a new Wonder Woman. Same thing with Batman. Same thing we're gonna get with
I
Superman.
know, but it's a universe that was vomited outside of Darkseid, or shat out of his asshole. We
I
gotta see
like
where absolute power ends.
I
But
like the concept of the all-in comic as a whole. You know how you read it from it's a flip side and it comes together down the middle as you're reading that, and that's just
yeah, like butt
absolutely
cheeks. It comes together like butt.
there you go. But it is very interesting. I'm looking forward to reading more about these characters now. We're getting close to starting to pick these up. Everyone who's read advanced copies, especially of Absolute Batman, had nothing but high praises.
I don't
So
know. I don't know what people read. I don't know. Like everyone's like, "Oh my god, I'm so Batman." And I'm like, "What is wrong with you?" And don't you ever challenge my taste again.
yeah,
Like that's been my reaction.
yeah,
You
there you
know?
go. But just to answer sequential geek here, he's not answer him, but bringing up a point about ratios and incentives are by design to be rare, which is another reason why cover price for me is a bunk list, in my opinion. Look, I'm going to be honest when it comes to cover price, not because I work side by side with them on certain things, but what I love about cover price as opposed to anyone else is the fact that they're very unbiased. They have absolutely no care for what is making these lists, other than the fact that they're just bringing forth data, and by no means do they have an agenda to push a single book. It doesn't benefit them. They don't care for it. So whatever you're seeing on the list, that's what the market decided. It's not cover price. It's us.
If I may,
Yeah,
as someone who doesn't give a fuck about cover price or how many cover price shows that you're on or whose asshole you have to lick to remain there,
none of that.
I want all of you to know as an as an unbiased source that I pay those fuckers for their services and that I'm pretty content. The only thing they need to work harder on is when they're doing the breakdowns of the sales. I think they should pay attention to sales that take place on places like My Comic Shop and Shortbox. I don't feel like they're pulling enough data in. And the other thing is they're not pulling in enough proper data. If a 4.5 Marvel feature number one sold for over $100, maybe it's Signature Series. Could we find that out? Could we get that data pulled in?
Yeah,
That is my only critique. Other than that, they haven't pulled any super deep shady shit, and I appreciate that about them.
absolutely.
So
I have
that's my
nothing.
unbiased. That's my unbiased opinion.
Yeah, I have nothing but love for them and everything they're doing now. They pulled their data. I don't know what goes behind the scenes, but like I said, I
And also,
know
I really
I know the work that goes behind the scenes, and they're definitely grinding.
and I really enjoy your cover price appearances. I really do.
There you go, and I appreciate that. Now, guys, what I do want to do, what I do want to say before we wrap it up is that was the FOC list, of course. Now you can definitely show some love to Lefteros. Go follow him over on Instagram, as I said. But if you liked any books here on the list, and like I said at the beginning, by no means is anyone pushing these books on you. Make of it what you will. But if you liked anything and you live in the United States, go visit comicnation.us. And if you're up here in Canada, go visit comiclegion.ca. Comic Nation's got 15% off of the cover price. Get an additional 5% off by using Black Crown Comics. Discount code Black Crown. And for Canada, well, it's already 20% off. But if it's your first order, get an additional 5% off by using Enlist. And we just spoke Cover Price. I'm going to speak them again. Guys, subscribe to Cover Price, even on YouTube, because that's where you can find myself with the ever so awesome amount of people, such as Laura, Dr. Yo-Yo, Marty, covering the Shakers list. You got Gabe, you got everybody else, JB making casual appearances here and there. But yeah, man, come check it out. And of course, go check out coverprice.com, where you can get all of this awesome information as well. Now, Cliff, we're going to dive into the market report because we spent quite a bit of time over on the FOC stuff. But
Did we really?
yeah, I know you're ready, but I'm going to ask anyways. You ready?
Hold on, let me check. Okay, I'm ready.
There you go. All right, guys, market reports, of course, where I take a look at lists like CBSI, Cover Price, eBay, Go Collect, Key Collector, you name it, House of Stein. I'm looking at everything. But of course, we got to shout out my brother, Michael Baker. And I label it the Baker Shakers because he DMs me every week with an amazing amount of books to look at that's sold on the secondary markets. And we're going to kick it off with this particular book because Mark Spears came out with, Mark Spears Monsters #1 dropped. Here you have the cover E, Bridezilla. Ron Year Mint, dude, sold for 84 Canadian dollars. The book came in at number one on Covrprice and as well on CBSI. This book exploded immediately after release. It was a $5.99 book, dude. You could have picked this up for $5.99. 84 Canadian dollars. That's very impressive. Multiple sales between 50 to 84. So
yeah, that's not too different from $5.99 USD, so it's not too big of a deal. But like, no, nothing for that.
For what? Sorry,
I said, that's awfully close to $5.99 USD, so it's not that big of
yeah.
a deal.
Okay, yeah. I see what you're doing.
So like, but no, like, yeah, it's a cool book. I gotta give it to this Mark Spears thing. He did a great job with those covers, and people are buying them and talking about them.
Yeah, dude, they're clearly worth something here on the secondary market. But I think this cover itself is one that's very worthy of recognition.
I love your comics and culture. I love your comics and culture.
Yeah, I know what he was referencing, but it's definitely one worthy of recognition. $84 Canadian is absolute madness. I couldn't believe when I saw these sales, 50 to 84. But yeah, man, and you know what? I did take a look inside the book. I did read the book. Pretty interesting as well, man. There's some good panels in there that I really enjoyed. But yeah, $84 for this one right here. Mark Spears, Monsters #1, 84. Nuts. Sequential Geek saying, gee, I'm a shill and I saw some random crap in the background of a trailer I just reviewed in my channel and to help me get sales. So I have no idea what we're talking about shilling, but no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. But anyway.
I'm trying to say it's Covrprice. I don't feel that way, dude.
At all. I totally disagree. But anyways, Monsters Unleashed =1. This is a very interesting sale as well and a neat book. First appearance of Solomon Kane. CGC 9.2 sold for 400 US dollars. This one sent to me by Michael Baker, who I highly appreciate for sharing this with me.
Beautiful. It's a great cover. I can't wait to remake it with men. It's I don't know. I got nothing to say. I mean, I support this. Yeah. It's a great cover. It's Monsters Unleashed #1. You get a first appearance in there.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the now we're at the end of September getting into October, but as you can see here, there's a little trend.
Oh yeah, no, spooky season, aka Halloween season. Yo, Americans don't play around this time of year. And now we got you Canadians up in the game, so now we're bringing you into this shit. Y'all used to be like Halloween, but now y'all start to like it too. So now we got a problem.
What are you talking about, man? I fucking loved Halloween from when I was a kid, dude. I would hit every house.
I remember when you were a kid, I wasn't.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But anyways, Monsters Unleashed #1. CGC 9.2 sold for 400 US dollars. Kamikaze saying this is a great book. Definitely on my want list. So there you go. But all right, let's keep it rolling because what did Michael Baker send next? Now, guys, you may recognize this because 2 weeks ago I actually spoke about this cover over on my show. And Spawn 303. It is a Singapore Comic-Con exclusive that was limited to 250 copies. A CGC 9.8 this week sold for 1,005 US dollars. It is a Baker Shaker, but I do want to remind you all that the raw copy that I spoke about 2 weeks ago sold for 800 US dollars. So look at that. For a 9.8, you're looking at $205 more US for this.
Damn.
It's crazy, right? Absolutely nuts, dude. Don't get me wrong. I mean, how many people are going to make their way out to Singapore, right? Like 250 limited.
Yeah, and I'm just trying to think who got on the interwebs to reach out to acquaintances in Singapore, be like, yo, what do I got to do so you pick this fucking thing up for me?
Yeah, but I had not seen any 9.8 sales prior, so seeing one now this week was pretty impressive. 1,005 US dollars. Not too shabby, but check this out. Bartman #3, dude. It's crazy because I think I've bought this entire run at least 3 times of Bartman, and I got to go back and check if I have a newsstand edition because check out this newsstand sale right here. CGC 9.8 sold for 234 US dollars. This is a Baker Shaker. Again, this is impressive to me simply because, like I said, those direct copies sell for dirt cheap, man. This is pretty much, I want to say a dollar bin book will make it a toonie, right? A $2 bin book, but in a newsstand, it's fetching a little bit of a premium.
You know, I have I have nothing but distaste for this shit. Yeah, so like I've got nothing but like, oh, it's a newsstand. I mean, like, sure, if I get a newsstand or something and like maybe it's like a big deal, I'm like, well, I have the newsstand, woo. But like overall, like whatever. Like, like I mean, like I'm like, if this is how you choose and want to spend your money, good.
Yeah, it sucks because I was checking out the CGC census, and of course, there's no information that I saw regarding the newsstands and how many exist on census. But regardless, as you can see, the newsstands fetch a little premium as always. CGC 98 $234 US. Now, Amazing Adult Fantasy issue 14. This is the last issue, of course. We all know that things switched gears. Amazing Fantasy was born. CGC 3.5, $300 US. This is a Baker Shaker. I think this is a good buy. I really like this.
I mean, sure.
I'm
I mean, at the same time, no one gives a shit. Like, it's like, is Spider-Man on this cover? Is Spider-Man appear on the last page of this issue?
no, but what I will say is that I like collecting things of such, right? Like example, I think it was 2 weeks ago I was talking about a Hulk book that it was the last 15-cent issue. I like things like that. I think it's pretty cool to have as a part of history, and I think this falls within that category. Do I think the cover is amazing? No, absolutely not. It looks
neat.
like
it's neat.
Yeah, it looks like my uncle's boots when he's doing the garden.
Look at the bottom, the magazine that respects your intelligence. Does it?
Yeah, I see it at the bottom. Yeah, no, you know what? I didn't even notice it till you pointed it out. But yeah, man, CGC 3.5 sold for $300 US. This is another one.
Respect for this.
Yeah, this is another one, man. I think this is fucking amazing. Weird War Tales, issue 64. This is the first Frank Miller art for a DC comic, and a CGC 96 sold for $233 US. This is the Frank Miller we all choose to remember, not what's coming out now. But yeah, dude, I think this is a neat buy as well for $233.
It's neat. Frank, despite all the things I say about Frank Miller, he's a legend. Even if I witnessed him, thumb fucking some books for somebody. And oh my god, dude, have you seen my stories making their way around the web?
No.
So all right, so I got two. There's two shorts that Velvet Joker made from after Terrificon where I'm interviewing Joe St. Pierre, and I tell him, I'm like, did you meet nice Jim Shooter or evil Jim Shooter? Nice Jim Starlin or evil Jim Starlin? Crazy Howard Chaykin or crazy Howard Chaykin?
Right? I met evil Jim Starlin, bro.
And then I tell your story.
Yeah,
tell your story.
For me, that is as evil as it gets. But it's funny because that Thanos quest that Jim Starlin signed for me is actually on its way to CGC as we speak. So I'm curious to see what it's going to come back. But I'm always going to look at that book as a memory.
Did you send a sticky note on the package that said, "Please do not banana fuck this"?
Yeah, it's actually my first submission in 2024, guys. So I'm hearing the banana stuff's being rectified. We'll see. I swear to God, if it comes back looking like shit, I'm gonna be so pissed, and I will make sure to make a video. But back to Weird War Tales issue 64, first Frank Miller art, beautiful, and the classic DC logo right there, right? You can't not like it.
I don't know who did. I can't make out who did the cover, but it's a beautiful cover.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. I love it. But anyways, let's keep it rolling because we have a book that my brother here, Hyper Combo Comics, picked up for dirt cheap, man. Supergirl and the Legion of Superheroes, issue 23,
signed by somewhere.
Dude, this copy was actually signed by Adam Hughes, and I will always say it. Adam Hughes, one of the greatest artists. I love his work. I love his covers. I absolutely cannot stand his signature. I have his signature. It is just an A and H, but I really appreciate Adam Hughes, man. I don't have anything negative.
He's a lovely guy, and I know you
phenomenal.
got
Phenomenal dude. But look at that, dude. CGC 98.
I'm very resentful of this comic and the situation it's been in over the past few years, right? Because I love the Legion of Superheroes, and this book sells for outrageous prices because it's got a gorgeous cover by Adam Hughes. like as if Adam Hughes has never drawn other gorgeous covers in his life.
Yeah. Yeah, dude,
Oh my God.
he's absolutely amazing. Um,
You know, and the thing is like, if we talked about some classic covers like in the past, like I could tell you what the book is about, you know,
yeah.
like, and like, but if anyone asked what was this issue about, what's this book about, no one will fucking know except me and the 1600 other homos in the Legion Hangout group on Facebook. That's it.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, someone picked this book up at Farside a while back in the dollar bins. Well, there you go. It's Hyper
Look,
himself.
I have no resentment. Did you read it? Did you read it? I read
Yeah.
it. I have no resentment either. I'm gonna find mine one day, and I'll probably send them to CGC for a signature series.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, how dare you? Show some respect. There's a bunch of people, it's sitting on their wall, be like, there's a beautiful Supergirl. It's like, who the fuck are Legion Superheroes? I don't know. That's all I can see in my head.
Yeah. Well, you're not wrong. I mean, this is a total cover. There's the only reason behind it is the cover, really. I don't think anyone really cares about the Legion of Superhero story. And the very select few that do are named Cliff. But anyways, there you go. Let's keep it rolling, man. We have Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver #1, based on the video game CGC 98, sold for $220 US. Also a Baker Shaker, and this makes total sense simply because, well, there was the announcement that they're going to be doing the remastered edition of this game. So that's going to be coming out. I believe it's in December 10. And the only reason why I remember that is because it's 2 days after my birthday. But anyways, Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver. We saw a sale. We saw a sale immediately after the announcement. So 220. Cliff, did you play the game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did. I enjoyed it. I played the first two. Yeah, I played the first two. There's one other game I played that takes place in the same universe. And I can't remember which one that is.
Yeah. But anyways, are you gonna pick up the remaster or no?
I haven't played a video game in so long.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, me too. It's been I would say about 2 days. Feels terrible.
Okay, for me it's been months. I mean, but I'll play like Marvel Snap on the phone. That's it. You know, I got real things to worry about. Paying bills, getting my mouth and jaw all unfucked up so I can suck a dick again, and just maintaining my comic book collection. You know, I did tell my dentist that if this shit doesn't heal properly, that I'm coming for that oral surgeon. I'm coming for him. I'm going to sue his ass.
Yeah.
You heard it here, folks. Everybody, love you.
Cliff, I don't know if you want to answer first or I'll answer, but Sequential Geek asking a question here saying your commentary is absolutely amazing, but seriously, tell him what do you think about people that put slabs on a wall? No one does that. Shills on YouTube do, though. So why are you?
Am I a shill? I don't think I'm a shill. Like I know. Am I a shill?
Not one bit. Now I'm gonna answer.
Right, but why are mine on the why are mine on the wall? That's for decor. I love it. I'll tell you everything about every fucking book up there. I got a story for everyone.
There you go. Sequential Geek. I think Cliff pretty much answered what I was about to say, but it doesn't end here for me. I don't put this up for you guys. No, absolutely not. This is my comic room. I come in here and I walk in here.
My comic room.
I walk in here, dude. I walk in here with pride. I look at my stuff because I enjoy it. I want my slabs displayed. Now, it's the same thing. It's even the same thing in the living room of my basement. I set up video game slabs and I'll put them with the actual TV home theater where I play my video games because I enjoy that. If other people that you think are shilling are doing that, I don't know what to tell you. But on my end,
I want to know, why does he think people don't put it on their walls?
No idea.
It's trendy.
Yeah.
It's trendy and superficial.
You would hate my house, bro, because I'm about to go even more in my living room. I'm going to be adding way more. So I'm looking forward to it.
All right. So no, I want to go deep with this on Sequential Geek. You know, my whole life, my collection was like shame. I could not put things on display. I could not decorate my stuff anywhere. And like now I'm old. This is my home. You know, and this is what I chose to do. And like, this is what I want. And yes, I went online to see what other people do, but like, this makes me happy. I walk into this room and I have a fucking smile, and that's it. And I got a story for every one of those books. And
Yeah.
I'll share that story with everybody about those books because according to Comics Tom himself, that's the shit that's keeping this industry alive.
There you
You
go.
know,
There you
not
go.
his mystery box for $35.99 a month or less if you buy a continued subscription. Not that shit.
Yeah, but I want to pull up Justin's in the chat. What's up, Justin? Appreciate you. But yeah, man, it's coming out December 10, bro. I can't wait. I'm gonna get this because like the remaster actually looks a lot better than what the original was. So yeah, man, that's exciting. But partially the reason, if not probably the only reason why this book saw a sale as such this week. So CGC 98 $220 US. Now, you
Woo,
love you
man.
love this. I know you love this stuff.
You
This is
know I do.
totally
No, I do.
totally up your alley. Superman issue 53, Origin Retold, and it is the 10th anniversary issue. CGC 3.5 sold for $1,050 US. Again, a Baker shaker. Talk to me. Talk to me.
I keep reading Sequential's comments. Like,
Don't get distracted.
I'm like, bitch, who's paying my bills? I was like, this is what you get, and love it. That's it. Superman 53, Origin Retold. Love this book. Absolute classic in my heart. I have nothing bad to say here. It's great. Is this the actual image of the one that's sold or just any image?
No, this is it's an image I had pulled, but the one that Baker sent me it didn't look so bad. I honestly feel like it didn't look like a 3.5.
Yeah, so listen, there are 3.5. Look, my fucking 2.0 Thor looks pretty good. So, like more power to it. That's not a bad price.
Yeah, I like this. For 1,050 is very good. But we're gonna get back on the Adam Hughes stuff. We were talking about it earlier.
My boy, Wonder Woman.
Yeah, Wonder Woman 184. Look at this, man. I love Adam.
This is wonderful.
Yeah,
Wonderful. This issue, Wonder Woman is battling her enemies and they end up in the past. And so she confronts World War II Wonder Woman, who is a time displaced Hippolyta. And you want to know how I'm sharing all this with you? Because I read the fucking comics and this is in my collection and I own the Wonder Woman Phil Jimenez omnibus. All right. So I came with receipts. All right. I happen to love this book. I'm absolutely shocked that a fucking newsstand is selling for $550 Canadian. But God bless you to whoever is the new owner. God bless you to whoever made a profit. Love this comic. It's great. Hippolyta's all kerfuffled because Diana lied to her. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, no, it's sick. And I love how you have Adam Hughes art meeting, vintage style right here. But it was a newsstand edition, guys. That sold for 550 Canadian dollars in a CGC 98, which is pretty impressive, man, because those regular copies are selling significantly lower, more than half in a direct. So just to give you guys an idea, this was a very impressive sale. So yeah, I love the cover. I would pick this up in a regular. Don't care to pay the newsstand premium myself, but yeah, beautiful. Absolutely.
Still, entire run is full of gorgeous fucking covers, just for the record.
Yeah. Absolutely. But now check out this. We were talking Nightwing, and now, of course, Tom Taylor no longer being on Nightwing. And I can't wait to see him over on Detective Comics. But Nightwing 100, this is the Jim Lee cover. CGC 98 sold for $115 US. And it was a cover price daily shaker. And why am I even putting this on the list? Well, it is the top sale for such a book. So $115 US being the highest sale to date. So pretty impressive. I think it's a gorgeous cover. I think
this book was in our 100th New Comic Book Day episode giveaway. So I grabbed this right off the shelf.
Yeah.
For the giveaway. I mean, it's fine. 115 is like a little tiny bit above average.
Yeah, dude.
But this is a common cover. I wish people would not get ahead of themselves. That said, just because it's commonly available doesn't mean it's not beautiful. Jim Lee Williams, gorgeous. Love them.
Yeah. No, it's absolutely sick. I think Jim Lee crushed it on this one. Hyper, I don't know if you were talking about the Wonder Woman book or this one, but either or. That's an awesome pickup. If it was a Wonder Woman, though, do check if it was a newsstand. But let's keep it rolling, because when I was doing the Shaker Show on Thursday, we were scrolling through some of the daily Shakers, and when I came across this, I found it interesting because, yes, this is a Todd McFarlane cover. It's Comics Review, issue 59. I think it's a pretty neat cover, one that I've not come across too often. And I didn't know much about Comics Review. I still don't know much, so it's something I want to dive into. But CGC 94 sold for $395 US. Again, a cover price daily shaker. and it is again a top sale.
Yeah. Well, a lot of these books, back in the day, Comics Review. It's funny because some of these magazines are still around, right? Just like a couple, but they're still going, right?
Yeah.
And Comic Shop News, which is like a little newspaper, and no one gave a shit. You read it, you made notes, you threw it out, and now they'll go for money because people held on to them.
Yeah. No, they're pretty cool. But McFarlane cover, I didn't even know this McFarlane cover existed, so I was pretty impressed to see the sale. 9.4 selling at $395. But do you remember Original Sin? Dude, the whole Nick Fury thing, Uatu the Watcher. That was a great story. I actually enjoyed it.
That was a great story. I'm sitting here like he got the Watcher's eyeballs. This is some bullshit. I'm like,
yeah,
okay.
Look, some people felt different about that. I actually did like it. There were so many covers that were available for this run. I had even collected the connecting cover, which was really neat once it was placed out. But Original Sin #1, this is a 2014 San Diego Comic-Con exclusive where you got Deadpool, and it's an error spoof sketch. CGC 9.8 sold for $772. Again, a cover price daily shaker. Top sale right here, guys.
You know what? I'll give it up to this because I don't ever recall seeing this before, so it must be that rare.
Yeah, same. It's one that I didn't even know existed out there. So when you go over on League of Comic Geeks, you get to see so many covers that exist for this, and there was quite a few. So this sale, very impressive. $772 for a CGC 9.8. Now, I told you guys we're in it. We're in for it when it comes to Adam Hughes, man. I think this is up there for one of my favorite covers because I think Vampirella #2 is beautiful. You got a CGC 9.8, $235. Again, a top sale over on Covrprice's Daily Shaker. I really like this. I really like this cover.
I have so many perverse and awful things to say about this cover.
Tell me.
It's like Dracula hunts for Vampirella. He's about to suck on them big ass titties. And look, he goes like, good Lord. But yeah, I mean, Adam Hughes can't go wrong. Who am I? Who am I to say shit? I mean, that's cool.
It's awesome. I think this is great. I think $235, although it is a high sale, I still think it's a great sale. I think this is a good book. It's
also a #2, and it's not that recent, right?
Yeah, exactly. And Hyper's point, good luck finding a 9.8 candidate raw in the wild of this book.
Well, there's a decent amount of black on this cover, so that's going to be an issue.
Yeah, Michael Baker saying for $235, this is a steal. I couldn't agree more. If I had this in a slab, I would happily display it behind me on my shelf.
Can't wait to do it as a mail cover.
Yeah, but we're gonna hit up Berserker #1. Check this out.
Shit.
Yes, check this out, man. Cape and Cowl, Virgin, limited to 250 copies. CGC 9.8 sold for $350. Again, a cover price daily shaker, and it was a top sale. This is a cover I actually didn't know existed for Berserker. I know there's tons and tons.
Buy it, fuckers. If this is your jam, buy the fucking thing right now. Because guess what? We saw what happened to that Spawn.
Yeah,
I was like, if this is your jam, this is your time.
Yeah, couldn't agree more, man, dude. It's a sick cover to begin with. Now, I didn't get to meet Keanu Reeves at Terrificon. I don't think you did either, right?
No, but we got stories, and that's what really matters.
Yep. Left Arrow saying market report is wild sometimes. Many books have eye-popping sales because they are high, but some do because they seem low. And yes, that's the whole point of this. Is I like highlighting a bit of both, right? Like personally, when I think something is a good deal, I'm gonna highlight it just to remind people of, there's still deals to be had. But Berserker #1 hitting a top sale right here with the Cape and Cowl. Virgin limited to 250, CGC 9.8, $350. Cliff, we ran right through the market report, but it's time to get into the saucy stuff, the juicy stuff, the big stuff, of course, the hot topics.
Excited. Don't get me
excited. Hot topics tonight. Cliff, for the last time, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Oh, it's going to get sticky. All right, right, boys and girls, it's time for the hot topics of the week. Now, of course, before we get into the biggest topic of the week, we're going to run through some other things that did take place. And let me tell you, some of those are pretty spicy as well. We saw this drop. I don't know if you did, Cliff, but apparently Bane and Deathstroke, there's going to be a crossover movie in the works at DC Studios. And apparently Captain America 4 writer is set to write the script for this. So that's pretty interesting as well. I did see some movement. I did see a lot of people online posting, their books, first appearance of Deathstroke, first appearance of Bane. Yeah, I think we are going to see lists this week, up and coming, featuring these characters, if not maybe runner-ups. But what do you think of this idea of a movie?
Yeah, whatever. I'm just so tired. I'm just so deflated. Like maybe if we get a few good comic book movies out there, so to get my blood pumping again.
Yeah.
I mean, like I right now at this period in my life, I know that the media works, that you got to keep talking shit to keep things moving, to keep people interested, to keep things happening. But also, shut the fuck up and give me some good movies. Like James Gunn. I'm like, shut up and give me Superman. Just shut up and give me good Superman. I'm like, I don't need all these set pictures. I don't need any of this shit. I don't need that. Just shut up and give me a good movie.
Yeah.
So, why did my comment fail to post?
Your what?
My comment failed to post.
No idea. You probably been banned. Somebody probably with the blue wrench blocked you. I'm kidding.
All right. Well, that's too bad. Anyhow, and also, I'm not into villain-centric stuff. You got to be a little bit exceptional for me to care. Like the Penguin series is a little bit exceptional. So that's fine. But like this, does anybody know who the fuck they are that they should get a crossover movie together before we even have Batman fight one of them?
You know what? On that aspect, you're not wrong. The only thing I wish is, of course, with Justice League's movie in the post-credit scenes, we ended up seeing Deathstroke, and I was really hoping
Deathstroke on my fucking dreams, and then they just pooped right all over that.
So I do hope the actor does come back to maybe play Deathstroke. I think that would be awesome. Although, maybe because they're moving in a new direction, it might not take place. I genuinely hope it does. Amadi saying DC's door is wide open to do something entirely different from Marvel, and yeah, I think that's a key, an absolute key.
Is there anything entirely different from Marvel? Because guess who does villain-centric films? Sony. Ooh, no, and I talk a lot of shit. I know I do, and I know I'm full of surface level hypocrisies. Oh my God, stop giving me these garbage movies. But also, Aaron Taylor Johnson shirtless. Yes, let's go see Craven together.
Yeah.
I know, I'm aware of the things I say and my behavior, but I am saying, how am I supposed to be excited for this? Because who's gonna get? It's you gotta build. So we're not building from anywhere for this. You know. So I feel weird about it. Also, we haven't even seen Captain America 4. What if that movie's shit? Do you think that person's going to remain the writer of this project?
Yeah, exactly. Well, we'll see how that goes.
Bueller, but, love you.
Yeah, Comics with Bueller's in the house. Bueller, hope all is well. It's been a while since you and myself got to hang out. Hopefully we can do it again sometime real soon. But Bueller, always appreciate you being here in the chat. Guys, go show some love to Bueller, man. Bueller's doing...
And remember, you can see Bueller and me together Saturday morning on Cliff on Comics as part of Comics Curing Cancer.
Yes,
all right.
Sir.
This bad boy, which is remarked and signed by Terry Dodson, will be an auction item. Plus, I got some raffle mystery boxes, which are really nice. And we're going to have a great time.
Now, guys, if you're wondering what Cliff is talking about, Comics Curing Cancer is probably one of the best things in our community. I think it's one of the best things that you guys could have even put together, raising so much money. I know DJ Links, everybody, Rob, everyone's putting in the work to definitely, you, yourself, everybody is really putting in the work to hit targets. Last year, surpassing it by significantly too, right? I think it was almost double the actual target.
No, it went to 50,000. Now this year we're shitting a brick hoping we can get there,
Yeah, but I think you will, man. You guys are doing great things. I highly encourage everybody to get on board with Comics Curing Cancer because they're doing wonderful things, raising a great amount of money for a great cause. So definitely go check that out. None of it, the guys are putting in the work. Nothing goes to them. It all goes to charity. So definitely do the right thing, man. Go check it out. All right. I want to show you guys this. Yes, we are looking already at a second print for Absolute Batman. Now, Cliff, we were talking about Absolute Batman a little earlier, right? And it's been nothing but rave reviews from people who have read it, pre-read it. I actually had Comic Chic on my show, I believe it was 2 weeks ago, and he actually had the opportunity to read an advanced copy, and he is highly praising it. I know Lefteros got the opportunity to do so as well. So as I said, lots and lots of people showing nothing but love. But the book sold out at distribution, guys. So 200 plus thousand copies sold on pre-orders, and now it's already going to second printing. And I don't want to say I told you so, but I kind of told you so that was gonna happen. The book sold out, so second print. I hope everybody managed to secure a copy. But I want to show you guys some of the other covers as well. So I'm gonna just pop up another screen here. As you can see, I'm controlling the screen, so I hope everyone sees it well. You have some open orders from the first time around, but the second print. So there's the 1 in 25 right here. I think this is neat. Looks great. I think the cover is so nice. And if you want to know what it looks like in full color, I think this kind of makes sense now when you look at his logo, right? You look at his logo and you look at what this guy is holding in his hands, man. Bruce ain't playing around. Bruce is coming at you. Bruce is coming at you. So yeah, man, I'm liking these second print covers as well. Cliff, what do you think of them?
This dumbass shit, and people fucking love it. Never criticize what I love again. Never. Batman's logo comes off to be an axe. Never criticize what I love ever again. Never. All right.
I get where you're coming from. I'm not saying that's the reason for the logo. I'm just saying, yeah, I think it makes a little sense on that aspect.
Batman's an engineer, and he made super metal stuff for his cape to be able to bend and flex all over. Yeah, okay. Tony Stark and fucking Peter Parker and the other one, and Doc Ock have been doing that shit for years.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, absolutely, man.
I love you. Love you.
Amadi, yes, 200,000 copies had sold, man. So it's absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. So I think with the second prints, we're going to see. I wouldn't be surprised if it easily surpasses 280,000 copies sold. So we'll see what the final numbers will be. Comics with Bueller saying, love that shop. Seriously, unlike any shop I've ever been to.
Wait, what shop is this?
I think we missed somebody here in the chat. It was Sequential Geek saying, nice to see you. Been out running free in the world. Love the video you did on Vision Comics and Oddities. So there you go. That's the one he was talking about. Out in Denver. So that's neat. And again, Bueller, appreciate you being here, man. It really means a lot. You got couching and slouching. See Bizzle's in the house. See Bizzle, man. It is so nice to see you as well. So appreciate you being here. But let's move on from this because I'm going to put up a little bit of a spoiler warning. I don't know if everybody saw episode 3 yet. And because we're going to dive into just a small little topic afterwards. It's pretty much made its rounds already on the internet. And I think you know where I'm going with this. But Marvel finally confirms Mephisto exists in the MCU. So what we've been hoping for, we still haven't seen him. We still haven't seen him. But we did get a line where we heard others say he might be a demon or an agent of Mephisto. So yeah, the name has been dropped, guys. Exciting, I guess. Do you think we're going to end this season with Sacha Baron Cohen popping up as Mephisto?
No, because maybe. I doubt it though. You know, I'm really now that I know the spoiler about Aubrey Plaza's character, I'm really like bugged out about where this show is actually going, you know? And I'm highly suspect on if Wiccan will turn out to be Agatha's son and not Wanda's, which will be a disappointment for me.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, it would be disappointing in such a case. But there's clear buildup with everything that's happening in Wanda that I think we will eventually get Mephisto. I'm not saying within this season, but it seems very close and near. I hope, I really hope. I don't think we'll see it on a movie scale. I think they can get away with it on Disney Plus. That's where they can get away with it. Now I said it, spoilers. So it's a spoiler warning. It's not a big spoiler. It's pretty much confirmed at this point, but I want to be fair enough to give you guys a heads up. Not in your mint in the house is not in your mint. Appreciate you being here. I appreciate you subbing up as well. Yes, Cliff is an absolute gem. So yeah, shout out to Cliff, of course, with his very opinionated approaches on things. I always love it. But yeah, so fair warning, Agatha spoilers. I'm gonna count it down in 3, 2, 1. But yes, Funko Pop. It's always the toys that ruin everything for
It's
everybody.
literally Funko Pop. Every time it's Funko Pop.
It's Funko Pop, but in the back now we can see who exactly Aubrey Plaza is playing, and we're getting death, dude. I'm a bit pissed off about this because I've been wanting to lock down a Captain Marvel issue 26 for the longest time. Who knows? I guess we're going to see those start moving, but people had doubt about Wiccan being in the show. I think we can erase that doubt now, having seen this.
I had no doubt. I'm like, who
Exactly,
is he
exactly.
supposed to be? Like,
Exactly, but Aubrey Plaza is in fact playing Death. I think that's awesome. You and I were talking about the mom from that '70s show biting
yeah,
the bullets and biting the bullets. Yeah, Kitty is now gone, but who knows, man? Possibilities with Death there. What I like about Death, Aubrey Plaza, the character could come back over and over again in any form, in any disguise, and I like that. I like that approach. If they're gonna bring forth Death within the MCU, I think they could have a lot of fun with this. It's just unfortunate that Thanos is gone, right, within the MCU. Hopefully, we'll get to see him again. I highly doubt it.
I highly doubt it.
Yeah, but
At least in this interpretation of the MCU.
yeah, but that's the only downside with Death now being in the MCU. I kind of wish we would have had her paired with Thanos at some point. It would have just been awesome to see the two together on screen. But yeah, we have confirmation that that's exactly what's taking place. Not near mint saying it's not Mephisto or Blackheart or Billy. It's going to be Mephisto, daughter of Mephisto, first seen in Doctor Strange Sorcerer Supreme 6 from 1989. Well, yeah. I don't know, man.
It could be. It could also be Malevolence, daughter of Mephisto, seen in Guardians of the Galaxy in the 1990s. I mean, we got options, baby.
I know. But I just want Mephisto. I think we all do. That's really what we want.
I mean, if we want Mephisto, we want it to be good, right? Yeah. So, like, whatever. I want things, but I'd rather not. I'd rather have good things and not have everything I want than have everything I want and none of it be very good.
Now, I want your honest opinion. Obviously, you and I share different interests when it comes to such things, but Aubrey Plaza looks great in this season, man. I find she looks smoking.
Well, she's an amazing everything.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, absolutely. Derek saying, is anyone concerned we're getting too many big bads at once? Like, how is Mephisto going to be pulling strings now when Doom is doing the same and Galactus? Do we have enough movies for these battles? You know, it's something that I was thinking about as well. Is are they rushing now? Is this what they're doing? Are they trying to throw everything at once? I hope not. But I do think that things make sense. Like if you have, the sorcery stuff happening in one section, you got the witch stuff happening in another, the Darkhold stuff. Then we're gonna get, I don't know, the main stage, of course, with Secret Wars, as we're all gonna be excited for once it comes around. Then you have Fantastic Four. We're gonna move forward with the mutant. I guess we could call it the mutant phase, right? Because that's up and coming as well too. There's a lot happening at once. I do agree, but I do look forward to all these.
Doom is connected to Mephisto as well. Like, let us not forget. What does he do every year?
Bro,
yeah.
I've been saying it for the longest time that even fucking Agatha herself is connected to the Fantastic Four. Franklin Richards, like, there's so much stuff that's on the table that they could be doing, but will it play out? I don't know.
I don't see it, but you really, I was gonna say Agatha barely has any feelings for this teenager that's following them around because he wanted to help her for whatever reason. And then, like, I was like, she's just suddenly going to be dead mother to like the Richards kids. No, we're not getting that, Agatha. We are not.
Yeah. Yeah. Chipette saying Mephisto and Doom, etc., all exist at the same time and are ever present in the universe. Yeah, for sure. But all doing their own things. It's in comics, right? We can get the same thing in the MCU. I'm cool with that. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't mind seeing that. It's not that every villain needs to be an Avengers movie, right? I think that we can move forward with just having individual stuff taking place. But anyways,
I think it has to be very thoughtful and probably more thoughtful than studios can handle.
yeah.
But I wish them well.
Yeah, Agatha. Sorry, not near mint saying Agatha is a good time so far. I like what I see. Maybe in the last episode she goes to take a babysitting gig for a fantastic couple. I think that would be fucking awesome. That's what I'm hoping for. I want Frank.
But what would that be, dude? You just survived the fucking Witch's Road, right? You're one of like 3 survivors because this box art tells me these are the only 3 fuckers that get out, right? and then you're like, that's it. Now that I have my purple power back, I'm gonna go chill at the fucking Baxter building and go watch some other fucking douche's kids. I absolutely doubt this.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying seeing everyone's perspectives and takes here on the MCU as a whole. Look, I enjoy some of the stuff coming out. It is what it is. I'm, not hating everything. Agatha is enjoyable for what it is, right? I'm not saying
quite enjoyable. There's a lot of haterade out there.
Yeah.
You're not watching right now, but when you watch this, know that I'm talking about you. Yeah. Know that I've been watching your Instagram and I've been reading the comments, and the comments are telling you you're not right about this one. Remember it. Yeah. Remember it.
There you go. There you go.
All right.
But anyways, let's move on from Agatha because I want to bring up some DC stuff. And Cliff, I think this is wonderful news because apparently Aaron Pierre and Stephen James are the top choices to play Jon Stewart in DC's Lantern series. Now, we were talking Hal Jordan, and apparently Josh Brolin was going to be playing him. And now we have Kyle Chandler, who has been cast as Hal Jordan. But everyone's take is, well, Hal looks relatively older when it comes to the castings. And as you can see,
the speculation is Hal equals becoming Parallax.
Exactly. So you're spot on with that. This is exactly where I was headed with the conversation. But besides the point, 2 good actors. I'm not too familiar with majority of their works, right? Like Aaron Pierre and Stephen James have both had smaller scale movies, right? So I think now coming to Green Lantern, I'm interested in seeing how this is going to play out. But I think looks alone, both of them can pull it off. Both of them definitely can. Clearly this picture used by comicbook.com for Stephen James is a little off, right? And you look at this and you're like, Aaron Pierre looks dead on. Let's do this.
Oh right? My God. I was going to say, I'm like, really? I was like, if it was going looks alone, I'm going with Aaron Pierre. But I've seen their acting. Both are very capable actors. I have faith in either of them handling the role.
Yeah. Yeah, no, exactly. So I'm more than fine with either or. I just look forward to this because I think Green Lantern definitely can use some justice, right? And I'm not making a pun here. Like, we've been pretty much hoping for a good one since Ryan Reynolds. No disrespect to Ryan. No disrespect.
Listen, Ryan Reynolds' film, if we really take a hard look at it, the biggest fuck up in that movie is Parallax.
Yeah, that's fair.
If we actually remove Parallax from the equation, we get the heroism of Green Lantern being built up side by side with the villainy of Hector Hammond. The entire movie, their experience and their power levels move up as the film goes. I love that part about the film.
Yeah.
And then there's Parallax.
Exactly. But anyways, we'll move on from this because, well, here's a big topic. Whatnot and Marvel's collaboration is continuing because here we come with round 2, guys. And if you're wondering what I'm talking about, well, you remember those X-Men 97 packs that were available on Whatnot under multiple sellers. We now have another pack that's going to be set to release. I believe it's going to be taking place at the end of the year.
Now, New York Comic-Con, baby. New York Comic-Con.
So just to give you guys a little more information about these packs, the Year in Marvel 24 is what it's going to be. It's a variant foil pack, is a Whatnot exclusive featuring 3 random unreleased variant foil covers by top Marvel artists like Marco Cicchetto, Sanford Green, and more. There are a total of 25 variants to collect with only 5,000 packs available. with rarity tiers, including standard foil, which has 1,500 copies. There's 1-in-1 packs. Silver foil, 1,000 copies, 1-in-1 packs. Gold foil, 300 copies, 1-in-3 packs. Prism foil, 175 copies, 1-in-6 packs. And ultra rare Marvel red foil, 24 copies, 142 packs. Now, I know how everybody feels. Some love this, some hate it. Guys, I'm not going to shit on Whatnot for what they're doing. To each their own. The only thing I think sucks so far about this is I've seen a lot of shady sales take place on the platform and people getting fucked over too. And I'll give you a perfect example. Some people are receiving packs, man, that look like they've been re-glued back together. It's like somebody was nitpicking at what they could have pulled out of these packs and kind of fucking rigging them. That sucks. You know what I mean? That's not entirely Whatnot's fault, but I think maybe they can do a little better intervention when it comes to such things. That's my only fear with these packs. Myself, I'm not the biggest fan in a sense of like, do I care enough to spend the money on it? No, but to each their own. I mean, hey, you guys collect how you like. I'm not telling you what to do, but for myself, I think that was the only negative side. I was seeing a lot of people getting screwed over, and one of them being close to home as well. Lefteros is here in the chat. I know he saw somebody experience that as well. But the X-Men 97 packs, dude.
I saw a clip of a dude who opened his, and it was like three $10 comics, and he paid like $250 for it.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. Is like, I get it. It just sucks.
It does. And anyhow, I don't want any part in this. You know, I just, like I said, my dream one day is to have a comic, to have a panel, to send everyone home with a slab, like I'm big gay fucking Oprah. That's it. That's all I want. That's it. That's the dream. That's the dream. I don't want comic packs or any of this other shit. I just want the dream, you know?
Yeah. I don't have a Whatnot, right? I don't push no agenda or anything.
This is hilarious because I have a Whatnot. I barely use it, but I occasionally I gotta sell some shit.
But there's honest people out there, is what I'm saying. Like,
Yes.
love for comics, right? Like he sells these, he puts them up, and what they go for, and whoever buys it, cool. But yeah, it does suck in a sense of like, you know, people are bidding these up, right? And they're spending like $300, and when they get inside, hey, look, that's the gamble. That's the gamble. Like, I know a lot of card collectors. There's plenty of card collectors within the comic hobby, and you're taking a gamble. You're buying a blaster box at like $300. You don't know, man, if you're gonna hit that card you're looking for. You might get maybe $200 worth of cards in there. That's the name of the game, guys. So again, I know people feel a certain way. It is a cool concept. You know, mixing the pack ripping with comic books. We've seen it before with Walmart packs as well, but we're going to be getting around to. And like I said, Whatnot's just doing their part creating this. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Shout, you know, good on them. It really comes down to the sellers, the people that are selling these. Don't do no shady shit, man. Stop that shit, man. Don't be no fucking scummy guy. You know what I mean? But anyways, we'll move on from that.
I'm just so, yeah, I'm so tired of like fight the scumbags.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, it exists within the hobby. But the last thing I want to talk about before we get into the big topic for this week, guys, this is actually this is big news. This is huge, and maybe a lot of people may have missed this, but the U.S.
This is wonderful.
Yes,
wonderful.
Exactly. U.S. court states Marvel and DC have lost their superhero trademark. Now, if you're wondering what I'm talking about, Marvel and DC pretty much had the word superhero trademarked in a joint affair, I guess we can call it. But U.S. court cancels Marvel and DC's joint superhero trademark after legal challenge. This opens the term superhero to public use, benefiting small creators like Super Babies. And if you're wondering what Super Babies is, I'll dive into that very quickly. As you can see over on the right-hand side, there's a photo, so I'll talk about that. The case argued that superhero, the word, is a generic term not deserving of trademark protection, in which I agree. Yep. History of Marvel and DC's previous successes defending the superhero trademark outlines their tight control, which is actually something else that's a good point, because for so long they were able to trademark this, and with no problems. And it's kind of strange. It's not to say, look, Marvel and DC are the big two. It is what it is. But to trademark such a generic word as superhero, right? This now opens the door for indie titles and just
By
creators
the
in
way, I
general.
believe that Marvel still has a foothold on the word mutant.
Yeah, yeah,
So I'm like, this isn't over, but it needs to end because
yeah,
they didn't create the fucking words,
yeah.
and they don't deserve it. So fuck them. I love this news. I love it.
Yeah, I do too, man. I'm not saying fuck them, but I
Oh,
I
I am
love the
saying
news.
fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck them. They look, they jamming it. They're jamming it in my ass every week for the $4.99, $5.99, $6.99, $7.99 bullshit and shenanigans and all that other shit and the foil covers and all this stuff. Fine. All right.
Yeah.
Take it in the ass. Let go of the word superhero. You don't deserve it.
Yep. Yo, Marvin Wynn is in
Sorry.
the house. Guys, if you don't know Marvin, definitely show some love to Marvin. Putting out an amazing title called The Edge. If you guys are not familiar, I highly encourage everyone to get familiar. Check out Marvin over on Instagram as well. You can just Google The Edge comic, Marvin Wynn, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. We even had the boys Spine Ticks featured on the cover and side pages as well. So that's real cool as well. Shout out to Marvin for doing that. I remember he had put out something asking, if you want to be in the book, just like message or whatever. And I think I had DM'd him, just telling him like, dude, put me in a book, but kill me type thing. Like, just kill me. Like, keep me as a character you could kill off. But yeah, man. So shout out to Marvin Wynn. I appreciate you being here in the chat. But back to the superhero talk. That picture over on the right, as I was saying, well, that picture is actually paying an homage to House of M, right? So as you can see, she's saying no more superheroes trademarking, and you can see like the paper being shredded up and stuff like that. I thought that was really cool, and this opens a great door for for creators in general, to use the word superheroes, man. So I think it's great news. Absolutely beautiful.
It's magical.
Yeah,
Magical.
yeah, very good. All right, guys. I just before we get into this, yeah,
It's a
Mar-
stickable situation in
yeah,
these difficult times.
yeah, Marvin. Before we get into it, Marvin's saying that there's an upcoming issue, so keep an eye out. But I just want to make it very clear to everybody before we get into this. By no means am I coming into this myself to cause any drama. I'm not. I don't talk drama. I don't talk about anything happening within the comic community. This is going to be the first time, to be honest, because I genuinely don't care for it. I'm here with one purpose and one purpose only, and that's to share my love for comics with all of you. And I think because that's my perspective when I approach doing YouTube content, I felt the need to bring this up for multiple reasons. As you guys saw this week, well, Sticky Goose, Comic Tom, well, Comic Tom was over on Sticky Goose's channel, and the interview went horrific. Like, it was a crash and burning.
It was a master fucking class. Master. It was masterful. This is not a drama alert. This is a public service announcement. If you want a master class in killing someone with kindness, go watch this video. Comics Tom is there with a smile on his face and owns every moment that he is on the screen. I have not seen this caliber of execution since the days of fucking Dynasty on ABC with Joan Collins. All right. This shit was beautiful. Again, I'm like super biased because, of course, the Puerto Rican was the one ripping things up. So, yay. But, like, seriously, Tom was all about, like, this is how it is. Every shot he fired at Tom deflected. He tried to make fun of him from going to an old folks home to spread the love of comics. And he's like, dude, you got a problem with philanthropy? And I was like, eat him alive, Tom. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Now, Cliff made it very clear. He's coming from a biased standpoint, but at the same time, we're going to have a level-headed conversation. And what I want to say here is that I want to break it down. Like I said, I don't normally talk drama. I don't care for it. I really don't. But seeing such an interview take place on YouTube, the reason why I wanted to bring this up is because Sticky Goose and Comic Tom, Sticky Goose kind of comes into this as if he had some kind of like negative agenda, right? He kind of wanted to expose Comic Tom for whatever reason. And to be very frank with everybody, I know it's fun to hate Comic Tom. I think that's the thing, right? I'll put it up there as us Canadians with Nickelback. It's just everybody shits on Nickelback, but at the end of the day, there's some bangers in there that you don't want to admit. The whole approach to this was just messy, and clearly he was not prepared. Sticky Goose was not prepared. But I didn't understand what was the point of this. I really didn't at all. I know people feel, like I said, a certain way about Comic Tom. There's things that have happened in the past, like C2E2 and stuff like that. And, you know, I think things could have been handled better in the past. But one thing I will say is I don't think it's right at all to approach somebody who is clearly making a living. This is the only thing I'm going to say about Comic Tom where I could, you know, shed some light that I hope people can see here. Comic Tom makes a living off of comics. Cliff, you and I wake up, we have a 9 to 5, right?
Yep.
To my knowledge, I'm not, you know, super tight with Comic Tom. I don't know what he does from, you know, 9 to 5, but I imagine it's comic books. I imagine it's comic books, and obviously he's gonna hustle. He's gonna grind. He's got bundles going. He's got whatnot streams going. He's got his channel, which is very polished. It's very good. You cannot deny the fact that, unfortunately, whether you like it or not, Comic Tom is at the top of that list. We are nobody's, not nobody's, but you know what I mean, right, Cliff? Like, we all are here because such content existed before us. Now, Comic Tom, like I said, this is his bread and butter. It's comics. I didn't understand why Sticky Goose would want to approach somebody to take bread and butter off of his table. You know what I mean? Like, what's the point?
Well,
I don't get it.
in theory, he punched down and was successful punching down. So now he tried to punch up, you know? And much like, what was it, Hulk number 622, when you punch up and Zeus punches back, you're messed up.
Yeah, for sure. But back to the actual interview, because it really took a sick turn. Like it was wild. At one point, you know, the whole stream, Comic Tom was answering back in such professional, and he was bringing up great points, right? Great points. And at one point, Sticky Goose's internet goes out. According to him, that's what happened. I'm not going to hold it against him. If that's what happened, that's what happened. And, you know, Tom was there holding the fort, man, doing his thing. But in reality, if somebody would have treated me in such a manner, right? You're inviting me on, dude, someone's going out of their ways, taking time out of their personal lives to, you know, be there. And this is the approach you take. Dude, would you do such a thing? I would have been like, fuck this. You know what I mean? Like, there's no point. But props to Tom for holding the fort and really, you know, putting him in his place.
I don't know what was up with Mother G. Mother G was like, "You're like selling or shilling your book." Well, yeah. Well, you know what? What am I supposed to do when I'm left here to my own devices? You know, how do you know? And obviously, it was really a power outage because the stream was running. Right? If he was really trying to, evacuate, he would have just killed the stream.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, oh, I don't know what happened.
Yeah. Now, shout out to Hyper, because this is where I was headed. You know, Sticky Goose flat out said when he does comic reviews, his views don't do well. He only got traction when he is poking other content creators. To me, that's an admission for lack of creativity in his content. One thing I will say is that, you know, I'm all for parodies. I'm all for that stuff. I enjoy it. You know what I mean? I don't watch anything that is drama related. This being, of course, something I couldn't turn away from, right? Drama, Brian McClay does a phenomenal job at doing it, and it shows multiple perspectives. It's not just an agenda to shit on stuff all the time. But you're allowed, you're entitled to your own opinion, of course. I'm just speaking mine. This is mine.
He actually does good work at what the work is, and that's it. That's all the credit points he's getting.
Yes, Covrprice. This is great information. This is what people need to understand. Nickelback, 50 million albums worldwide, 11th best-selling musical act of all time, Billboard's most successful rock group of the last decade. That's right, baby. You can't hate on Nickelback. But anyways, the interview goes completely sour. And back to Hyper's points, talking about the content and not making content for comics. Rather, let's shift gears and do this approach where we kind of poke fun at people and do all that stuff. Look, I find it interesting that people even think in such a way, because I'm here personally for comics. It's sad that Sticky Goose does bring awareness to the fact that yes, the drama sells more. Of course, it is the brutal truth, whether we like it or not. I myself, by no means am I pumping my sub count. Am I pumping this? Am I pumping that? I'm here to talk comics with you guys, the chat, and of course a new guest every week.
Yeah.
But the reality is, as a comic community, it seems that, well, most of us are probably not in it for the right reasons. If this is what we consider entertainment, it was entertaining, I guess we can say, to see how this unfolded. But it was also sad on another point. Like I'm there, and I was feeling humiliated for the guy. Comic Tom held his own, great for him, and I think he did a fucking amazing job. But it was just horrible to watch. Now, after the fact, Sticky Goose then drops another video that seemed very much of a parody wrap up of what actually took place, of himself also dressed as Comic Tom, his wife, which was kind of weird. And then drops another video today about the where do I go next. I want to say one thing, okay? And I think we need to take a step back and look at the guy himself, Sticky Goose. He is he is creative. He could be creative. I think he does fair work when it comes to YouTube. I think he could use his talents in a much better fashion. You could be promoting positive things. You could be talking comics. I get it. You might feel like it's not getting the views that you normally get when you get those clickbait hate views or whatever. But it was just idiotic. And I'm sorry to even say it. I'm happy he came across somebody who could put him in his place and maybe just give him a slap of reality, right? Because it's so fun to fucking say these things behind a screen, but at the end of the day, dude, what's the point? I still don't get the point.
Listen, I think by admission of everything we saw, the whole point was, that's how I get the views, and that's how I get momentum, and that's what keeps this going. Whatever it is he hopes to achieve to have going with his channel. But whatever. It's so long. It's so tired. I don't like hating people. I've tried everything in my power to avoid this conversation on multiple occasions. I call him Spruce Goose because or Spruce Moose, because I don't even want the algorithm to hear me saying his name. I just don't I don't want it. I don't subscribe to him. The only videos I watch were videos where friends of mine were involved. I watched how poorly that went for people. I mean, if I learned anything, it's just don't try to be any kind of good Samaritan. And I didn't realize that the number one rule you could break on YouTube is report a freaking video. That will just get you. That'll get you ostracized faster than anything. And anyhow, I don't know. It exposed a lot of negative cracks and flaws, and I've not been great about it. And I am not perfect and will never claim to be, but I will tell you this. All it did was help me stay focused and on track for the kind of YouTube that I have wanted to be and continue to want to be. You
know what? For that, Cliff, I can't agree with you anymore, because that's exactly what I've done, man. It's just I steer clear from drama. You want to bring up my name, no problem. I'll happily have that discussion with you, whether it be face to face or on screen, whatever you want. I don't care. But it's just nonsense, in my opinion. As you said, you know, some of your friends were brought into the mix, selling stickers and making fun of them for selling stickers. Who gives a fuck?
They don't even sell stickers. That's like the stickers is a trick. You know what the stickers are about. You saw it at Terrificon. You know, the stickers is freaking camaraderie, you know? Like
Every single person I know that's on YouTube, it pretty much has some sort of material or something that they're using to promote themselves, and there's nothing wrong with that, dude. I've got orders of stickers of Black Crown Comics where I slip in on everybody who purchases something in hopes, hey, maybe they'll come my way and think this is a cool channel. I talk comics. I'm no by no means pushing books on anybody. But yes, I want to bring up Covrprice's comment, and I want to bring up Lefteros as well, because I don't watch Sticky Goose. I am not subscribed to Sticky Goose, and he says I can explain the point. Sticky Goose was new to comics during the pandemic, and he blames Comic Tom 101 for buying books that tanked off his top 10. And yeah, exactly. Rule number one: you don't do that. Don't buy books if it's on the top 10. It's too late. I say this all the time, even on Covrprice. Once it's on the list, well, you missed the boat. I just finished talking about Death, who is confirmed in the MCU via Agatha. I want a Captain Marvel 26. I'm not buying it now, that's for sure. I know I'm going to have to pay a premium, right? Unless I come across a deal or somebody who was sleeping on the news. But besides the point, I just think it's a fucking strange channel in general. Like to be doing such a thing, picking on people and talking about them or whatever it is. Now the interview itself, that was brutal. I really hope, like I said, this is just a reality check, and I the only positive thing I could say is the content capacity of doing something positive. I think you have the opportunity, bro. This could be your reset, and I think that would be a good bounce back. Um, stop with the nonsense. That's pretty much it. I don't see the point in it. I really don't. A lot of people here saying a lot of the same things in the chat. Look, some people enjoy that content. I don't know why. I really don't know why. It's like they thrive off of other people's miseries, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, it was just whack. Now, Sequential Geek saying both sides in that interview were like, this is what we get. Spastics, antics, and Dr. No preparation. Yeah. Clearly, like I said, he came into this with an agenda, or at least somewhat of an agenda, where he felt like, I guess maybe because of the fact that he was buying books off of Comic Tom's top 10, saying he's pushing this and he's doing that. Dude, the top 10 videos are just him reporting data. And I want to use Crashdown for an example. The Crashdown thing came up as well within the interview. I don't get why anybody would be upset with Comic Tom trying to promote his book. I just had Marvin Wynn in the chat. And what did he do? He fucking spoke about his book. There's nothing wrong with that. There is nothing wrong with that. Comic Tom wrote a book. Good for him. You know what I mean?
Well,
if you want to buy it, you buy it.
There is one kerfuffle that happened, but it's not really Tom's fault. You know, Tom is
Hold on. I know this is where you're going, and that's what I was just gonna say is the thing that made people upset about Comic Tom's book is the fact that Key Collector had it as a top
as
book of
the
the week.
key of the week. As
Yeah.
the key of the week.
Now that to me is sus, if you know what I mean.
Well,
Like that.
I know, but he even admitted in this interview he's very good friends with the guy who runs Key Collector, and
Of
even
course.
that guy admitted it. And of course, he later took it off the Key of the Week after people rebelled. And I have no problem supporting your friends. I have no problem that he made it a Key of the Week. I have a problem, like most people, that a service that I pay for, you made it the Key of the Week. But that was it.
But Cliff, I'm gonna be again transparent here. Let's be realistic. You're my friend. You wrote a book. I'm gonna hype it up. I'm gonna say,
dude, vice versa. I'll give you Key of the Week, but if it's my product that people pay for, I'm not going to give you the Key of the Week.
Exactly my point. Exactly my point.
They gave him the Key of the Week. That was the bridge too far, is my point.
So this is what I'm saying is, if you and Nick are friends, that's fine, right? You guys are friends, support each other. You want to promote it on your platform, do so, but in a different manner where you're not swerving people to buy the book. That was the big problem when it came to the book. It wasn't because Comic Tom wrote a book. I don't think anybody had a problem with that. And if you did, well, I don't get why. You know what I mean? Like I said at the beginning, the guy is making his bread and butter through this. There's a lot of other people influencers that are doing this nine to five, maybe even more. This is what they
More
do.
the ones who are in full time are it's very full time.
Exactly. Now, you want to talk shenanigans that happened at C2E2. I mean, some of those people came out even apologizing or whatever, clearing up the air. I think he could have, done a little more on that. Um, but besides the points, I really don't get the problem with him. I don't care, is what I'm saying. Is like Comic Con is just another dude talking comics at the end of the day. But he makes this pay for his bills. I don't. I'm just a fan. I'm going to work in the daytime to pay for the comics that I'm a fan of. You know what I mean? So I really don't get it. So like I said, it was clearly a personal, for some reason, approach to this on a negative light. And I think Sticky Goose met his match. He posted a video today talking about possibilities, what he should do next, etc. My suggestion is turn it around now. Hit reset, take the L, and start focusing on positive content, bro. I'm not saying you got to push every book that comes out, or talk specs or talk this or talk that. But bro, I don't know. If you like statues, you got statues behind you, fucking highlight a statue, man. Talk about that shit. Yeah, it's not gonna get 7,000 views, but at least you could be proud of the product you're putting out. I always
By the
wonder.
way, if you stay at it, you can get the 7,000 views. You can eventually.
Exactly.
Gem
Exactly.
Min's like, look at me play video games. Look at me at lunchtime. Look
Yeah.
at me at breakfast with my wife, and they're just having a good time, and it's working.
Yeah. I agree with Lefter was saying most comic creators wish they could create content full time for a living, and when they do, they seem to be attacked for it. And that's exactly it. Is I don't know if it's a jealousy thing or whatever it is, but what I do want to say, like I said, he's got the potential to do some great things. The only thing I never understood is maybe it's because I'm a dad. Maybe it's because I'm a dad. But does anybody who comes on social media go live and think to yourself for a second, I'm having a dad moment. I'm putting my face on the internet. I'm going live. I'm having a fucking argument with somebody online. I'm trying to take bread off of his table. I'm trying to, like, stir shit or make fun of other people because they're promoting themselves via stickers or whatever. You ever wonder if your kids would come across your content in 20 years from now and be like, dude, my dad was a loser, right? Like, to me, that's, I don't know. It's just like, why would you want to expose yourself in such a manner, put yourself out there in such a manner? It's just pathetic. I look at such content and I'm like, you realize I'm looking at two fucking men in their 30s, 40s, whatever it is, arguing over fucking comic books. Are we serious right now?
Yeah, it's really sad. And I don't know. It's sad. The pre fallouts to this have been sad. The whole thing has really bothered me, and only because it's really bothered me, and because I've been watching the consequences unfold in my friend groups. I'm like, well, I'm glad he got his comeuppance, and maybe this will be that.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. I wish I had something more spicy to say. Like, the only spice I have to say is just how much I really enjoyed Tom really, really just batting away at it. And Tom did a great job. And Tom defended this community, whether people like that or not. He really did.
Yeah.
He was like, people are out here and they're talking about their passion. They're sharing their passion. And we're keeping this industry alive, which is absolutely true.
Yeah.
Because, dude.
Go ahead.
Like, the original Uncanny X-Men in the 90s was selling hundreds of thousands of copies an issue, right? The current Uncanny X-Men doesn't even come close to 100,000 the last time I looked, and it's got ridiculous amounts of variants to support it. Yeah. And it's like, we need to go back to, we got to do some back to basics quality book. Like, if it were me at Marvel, I'd be like, all right, the X-Men, y'all get 4 main titles and 1 mini series that we change every 4 months. And that's it. And this way, we try to capture every corner of the mutant world for Marvel. And same shit with the Avengers, Spider-Man. I wouldn't be going balls to the walls trying to oversaturate everybody. I would just be trying to build momentum and product.
Yeah, but that's exactly it. Look, I'm gonna say a little more. Okay, I'm gonna pull back the curtain a bit, but I've had people closest to me, even in this YouTube world, tell me, yeah, but BC, your content, you sure you want to go this route? Because like it's kind of a rip off of this guy or that guy and that guy and this guy. I'm like, dude, I don't care about any of these people. I'm in my lane. I am covering what I give a shit about. It's not about who does what. It's about who does it best, bro. It comes down to that in my eyes. It's who can have a full transparent conversation and talk about these things in the manner that they feel at 100%. I don't think we need to be bashing each other. I don't think there needs to be drama in a sense where people are fighting online. Like again, if I wanted to watch two fucking grown men fighting, I would turn on the WWE, bro. Like I don't need to watch wrestling promos 24/7. I'm okay. You know what I mean? I come here to disconnect from this bullshit, and this is all I see. And I'm talking the community. I'm not talking Sticky Goose and the Comic Tom situation. Just in general, I don't give a shit. But that's me. So back to what I was saying. I just think, you know, as somebody who's received that comment and comments from friends like, yeah, but you're covering market reports, so does this guy, so does that guy. So I don't care. I'm talking about the books I saw sell. I don't know what's going to be on their list. I don't care. Right? I'll watch it. I'll show them some love. I put up a like. I hit subscribe because they're friends. Right? That's what we do. We support each other.
And
This
we tune in every once in a while, or we show up as a guest.
yeah, exactly. And one thing I will put out, man, is like my show is not for myself to highlight myself at all. I use it as a platform. If you notice, there's a new guest every week simply because I want to highlight my guest. Tonight I saw nothing but comments about Cliff, the energy. Oh, Cliff is unhinged. Oh, we're off the rails. That's fine. That's Cliff. You understand? Next week it's going to be a different vibe. That's my goal.
I was gonna say, is that not what I was invited for? I don't understand.
Yeah, but look, there's so much more we could be doing content wise. I think this is a prime example of the nonsense going on within the community that we can make much better. I, I just don't get it. I never will, and I'm gonna leave it at that when it comes to such content. As I said prior, I really hope that he can turn it around and come back and just do his thing. You know, I came across so many Gem Mint haters, and now he's doing his thing. He's showing a new light and you know, getting back to his roots. I don't have a problem with it. I really don't. I don't care.
The funny thing is I never had a problem with Gem, but it's clear that people who were ride or die with him saw and noticed a change, and he noticed it within himself.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's fine. Who knows? Maybe tomorrow I wake up and I say, you know what, man? I was a musician before. I don't want to do comic content anymore. I'm going to start doing music, right? Maybe that'll happen. So, you know, Gem Mint went back to basics. He went back to what he loves doing. And I think that's what's important is Sticky Goose example. If you love doing this content and you think this makes you, you know, go to bed and you're happy and you're satisfied, hey, you do you, bro. I sure as hell won't tune in. I don't think, you know, the majority after seeing the Comic Tom stuff are gonna want to follow anymore. It's just weird. It's just weird. So I like I said, he's got skills. He's got skills. I hope he uses it in the right way. That's all I want to see. But anyways, Cliff, you have anything more to add to that? I don't think so.
Are you actually? Oh my god, I have plenty, but I just don't want to. I'm just tired. It's been a long road. If anyone wants to hit me up in the DMs for voice chats on my thoughts, they can. But like, I can't anymore. I can't.
Well, it was a fun show, needless to say. Lots of people tuned in, which I highly appreciate. Saw a lot of new faces. Sequential Geek, appreciate you swinging by. Covrprice was here. Marvin was here as well. I appreciate all of you. Chat, Derek, all the familiar faces, some new ones as well. Cliff, the appreciation goes to you as well. I appreciate you being here. Guys, prime example. Let's continue to spread that awesomeness, that love within this hobby of ours. Because let me tell you, man, collectors, sure, it may feel like there's a lot, but man, we should be supporting each other. We want to keep this hobby alive. I don't want to see it die. I don't want to see people burying each other. No, the more content there is, the more information that we can get out there. Just keep it rolling, man. Keep it rolling. Keep the good vibes going. I disconnect for 2 hours to come hang out with you guys, the chat with you, Cliff. I don't care for that stuff. Just fucking nip it in the butt.
Comics are fun. They are.
Yes, they
Are
are.
Covrprice.
They're
Thank you.
absolutely fun. And speaking of which, I will sign out. But before I sign out, Cliff, let the people know where you're at.
You can find me on Cliff on Comics Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. where I do comics and coffee with Cliff. This week, Comics Curing Cancer. Bueller is my guest. C. Bueller will be my co-host. We're going to raise some money for Comics Curing Cancer, which goes directly to the American Cancer Society, helping those who are battling cancer and their families who are struggling to support them. Really important charity, everybody. Super looking forward to that on Saturday mornings. The rest of the time, you can find me on the Council of Comics, 5 p.m. on Sundays, where we do the box office, 8 p.m. on Mondays, where we cover new keys and hot comics of the week, which is, I guess, not so different than this, but it's our vibe. And on Wednesdays, a new comic book day, where we have some, new skits and treats for you while we talk about the comic book market again as well. And occasionally we throw in a special guest, so go figure.
Yeah, there you go, guys. He summed it up all for you, but I do want to highlight that Comics Curing Cancer. Definitely check it out. There's just so much good stuff behind that I highly encourage everybody get behind, because it is a very, very awesome thing you guys have going on. And as for myself, well, Thursday, catch me on Covrprice, the Shakers. That's right, baby. We're going to go through the books that shook throughout the week that sold in the secondary market, the aftermarket. And I can't wait to hang out with Laura, with Chris, with Marty, and all of you guys in the chat. Now, if you're not already subscribed to Covrprice, just type in Covrprice over on YouTube and go subscribe to the channel, guys, because there's a lot of great content dropping almost every day at this point. Yeah, man, Covrprice is putting in the work. And I will be back as well next Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, with a new guest talking all this fun stuff. Chat, I love you. Guys, if you're catching the replay, comment below. Let us know what you guys thought on all of the topics, whether it was the market report, FOC, the hot topics, sticky goose stuff, whatever it is. Have fun. Comment below. I'm watching and I will respond. Love you guys. Have a great week. I'll see you on Thursday on Covrprice. Adios.